Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everyone doing? Hey, Nikki, hey, Tommy. A little bit of a, not sore or anything, just hoarse. Maybe I talk too much, which could be. Let's see, I started a little bit early. You can see I have the deal up. I can make it a little bit bigger. They already showed up this morning, man. They're really, really impressing me with them way early. And I think it's the guy in the truck is a new hire, I think, for Toon, and he's and the two guys that are with him. So there's been four. Should be sleep. Yeah, no shit. Hey, how you doing? Uh, went over a couple things. Had a little rise in price on the building. I thought it was going to be 120s. It looks like it's going to be 130s, maybe 140. Uh, I went over some of the stuff on the. If you can't really see, I'm going to try to bring it up a little bit in case somebody looks at it later. If you look on the roof, you can see just the top edge of the deal. That's the solar panels. They're all on the roof. And what it was, I talked over with him, and he said, you know what, it would be better if we put in three more supporting beams built out of steel um, in there. And I said, yeah, I'd rather be safe than sorry for both stability, strength, and wind shear and everything else. It just makes sense. So for 12,000 baht, which I don't know, when you say 12,000, it's like it sounds like it's a lot of money, but 12,000 that included the material divided by 33. That's 363 dollars. Pretty close anyway. So but what to have the thing fall and kill somebody inside or something would just be stupid. But yeah, so he's gonna start. I gave him the money for that yesterday. I have to believe he went and picked up all the metal yesterday. So now we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Hey Ross, how you doing? Good day from Sydney, huh? Welcome, an Aussie. Yeah, things are great. Thank you very much. Um, but yeah, so you can't really. Let's see if I can I make that bigger. I think I can make it. Can't make it full screen, but let me pull it in a little bit. On that right side, they made that smooth in the rain yesterday. Right above where you see that beam on the garage door, that's going to be blocked. They have to put that and then make that smooth. But I believe the inside's like 99% done and the outside's 92%. I don't know. They should be done with it today. I thought they were going to be able to be done with it yesterday, but it didn't. It didn't work out that way. But I'm happy with it there. The solar is going to be in that same realm of right around 85, 88, 90,000 baht. That's for a 6.2 kW. Like I said, it's a all the breakers, all the right stuff, all the good stuff. The panels are over 20 years, I think, on warranty. 750-watt panels were huge, and and good ones, double sided, whatever. I don't know, but expensive. But about 5,000 more than I wanted to spend, but that's okay. I can live with that. But yeah, so I'll show the next project that I'm going to do is on that same. Let me see, on that same right side, where I said to the right side of my truck, looking at it behind the chicken coop. That's an open area back there. In fact, Bobby asked me, "Why didn't you build it all the way across the whole back?" And if I would have probably thought about it, I probably would have. But that you got to remember that roof structure was the one that was across the street. So in order to utilize that and to whatever, and 20 by 20, 11 by 2021, it's plenty of room for me to do what I'm going to do. But if you see in the next little deal that I'm going to do, I've got some that IBC tank that's in the bottom of the screen there, and I had the top. I had that as a isolation tank over at the rental house at one time. Never set up the way that I really wanted it to. So I'm going to have him pour a little bit of a slab on that right hand side. That bin is actually basically in centimeters, 120 by 100 in good old American terms, about 3 foot by 4 foot, and it's about 3.5 foot tall. I might cut it down a little bit because I'm going to put a shower type filter on it. This is all stuff that I bought, good filtration that I just got better filtration and upgraded. So I'm going to put that in there as both an isolation tank, medical tank, um, and a isolation or either or. That way, because like I had said before, even though people aren't, maybe not interested in the koi, but every time that I bought, even from reputable dealers, the fish have always had some kind of a sickness or something. So it's always good to have an isolation tank to put them in. Bring the temperature up, which I really don't have to worry about here in Thailand because it makes the stuff go quicker, the bacteria and stuff. Um, and watch them, treat them, everything, then put them in the pond and feel good about it. Not that I need any more fish in the pond. I have way too many now, but I need a hospital tank too. So that's going to be the next. In fact, I can show you. I made a bottom drain. How do I get, I made why didn't that work? Let me see. There we go. I made a bottom drain. It's an inch and a quarter, and it's got slits in it. I didn't make the drain. I bought the drain. And then that's going to sit in the bottom of that tank, and then it's going to go to the valve that's coming out, and I got to figure out how I'm going to attach it there, and then on the outside it'll go to a 3,500 liter per hour, which is more than enough. It'll turn that thing over 3 times in an hour. Hey Robert Mack, how you doing? Hey Brock, it'll be more than sufficient. Any 2 times is what I usually shoot for, and bigger ponds as it goes. It's just almost not cost efficient to, have a 20,000 gallon tank, and running, 2 horsepower worth of pump trying to turn it over. But for something small, 2-3 times, perfect. So anyway, I'm going to fart around with that. Hopefully, I can get, I don't know, sound okay too? Hello. So let me know if I think I can hear it in my ears. Usually it works out that way. But anyway, hopefully I can get that done. You can see all these tools and stuff. All this stuff goes into the garage. Everything that I bought so far, I bought a lot of tools and bought an airline. Can't really see that here. One of the ones that hang from the ceiling, and it's got 30 feet of drills on top of it. 30 feet of good airline coming out of it. That way it'll just sit over by the air compressor. Air compressor's here. I bought a spray washer. The welder, in fact, Les from Retired Living the Dream, he was asking me, and I'll send it back to you. I just read it the other day, Les, in case you're catching this. But hey, Retirement Dreaming, how you doing? The reason that I did that is because I had a drill and stuff that since I've been here in Thailand, and that particular name, that let me see, what is it, DLT Dalton or something like that? It's yellow. Intertech, that, and the Toyo Japanese, they're all made same place, same equipment, same everything, and they're Lazada's brand. And I haven't had any problem with Lazada. I'm having a little bit of problem trying to get my 35,000 baht back, but I talked to them again yesterday, so hopefully I'll get that within the next day or two. But it's their brand, and they sell everything. They're all the same. Hammer drill, all the battery operated. All their stuff is. The air compressors, they've got one made by each one of those exact same air compressors. different stuff on it. So anyway, it's just a shot in the dark, pretty much less. But I've had good luck, and I saw stuff on on YouTube and stuff like that, and it seems like it's good stuff. I'll let you know when I start using a lot more of it. So I'm hoping to do the deal. I got to get with him today. My wife's home, obviously. It's Saturday. Sounds good. Thanks, Brock. Um, and we're gonna go out and let me bring that back up. Give you something to look at besides my mug. Um, uh, Talk with Tune and do that first part, which is going to be where my truck is. It's going to come out double wide there and curve back in behind that other truck to give me enough room that if I back my trailer in, then pull forward and back to where my truck is now, I'm still on concrete, and then that it'll go back right into the garage, and then 10 foot all the way out to the street. But I'd like to do it because we got rain yesterday in the middle of the day, first time. I want to pour it. I think it's going to take 3 trucks in my brain calculations, but do it in 3 pours. Do that one, and then 2 more. The two separate parts of the driveway, just in case it pours or something. I don't ruin the whole. I don't ruin the whole pour. So anyway, we'll see. But I want my wife. She'll get up. Well, I'm not rushed on this live stream, but she'll go out there with me and we'll draw it out so that he can measure it up and give a price on the labor part of it, and we'll get a how many Q of concrete they'll need. But I'm imagining the whole truck. It's about the same. It's going to be a little bit bigger than the garage, so they might need a little bit more. I don't know, or make it smaller. Maybe make it in 2 pours. Maybe going to make it a giant square there, and then the next one that I pour incorporate the curve around and part of the driveway. We'll see. I'll have to see. But when my wife gets out, we'll go out there and talk to him. Hey, brother, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Well, I got to put on my little. Where's it at? How do I do it? Was that going to really? That just looks so small. And now my screen's got lines in it. So I ordered another monitor. Expose. I thought they were good. This is the second one I've had, and it's doing the same thing as the first one. So I would not recommend them. And I think I'm going to buy the one that I was looking at was an LG 32 inch. Yeah, maybe you guys can read that. I can sort of see it. But anyway, so that's the deal. I want to get with her, get out there, get done on it. But they're moving right along. Like I said, I'll move it in a little closer. All I have to do is go down here and pop. And you can see them there. Now, Toon just got here because that motorcycle is his. So this other guy, boy, he's a go-getter. And I'm hoping that these guys that I'm going to get enough, and we're going to sell the house and all that to roll right into to building that 2-bedroom Thai style house. So that was what I'd like to do, but I just don't want to. I want to sell the other house before I do it. But yeah, so I'll leave it right about there. I think is a good view. But yeah, and I got to paint it. I told my wife I think I'll put a little, the around the door and the window, little not wood, but that fake wood concrete, and then paint it like the house, that bluish grayish color, and then white around the doors and windows. And then the inside, I think just a light gray ish wall and dark gray floor. I want to paint the floor just to kind of be able to keep it clean in there. If I spill oil, if I get a bike, in there that I'm working on, I want to keep it fairly clean. But yeah, I can semi show my great architectural skills again. Let's see. How did I do this? There we go. I don't know if you can see it. That's the bin. Where's it at? Here. Then there's going to be a shower, and it'll have oyster shells ceramic and filter mat and everything. The little pump will be on the ground there outside. That pump will either go submerged or not. It'll come in. This will be a skimmer here on the top. That's that little bottom drain that I showed you. Airline will run across there. There'll be a rack here, and the air pump will be there. So it'll be a nice little setup. I'm going to also buy how do I a net, almost like not almost like exactly like the ones that go over your truck bed. You know, that net like that that I can put over the top of it. So when you're treating fish and stuff like that, they have a tendency to want to jump out. They don't like when the bugs. A lot of bugs when they die, they bite as their last. Oh, my thing just warmed up and my lines went away. That's cool. Anyway, so that net will be over the top, and then it'll be perfect. I'll put another. I don't know if I still have it here or if I used it. I think I used it. Now maybe I. Let's see. I don't remember. Oh, I just found another tape. I just bought one. Yeah, look at. I didn't have any tapes, and now I've got two. Actually, three. There's another one there. But it's. I showed you guys in the past. It's that temperature deal that goes over the internet, and it gives me a program that I can. Let's show you the program. I haven't. In fact, I got to clean those probes. They haven't been cleaned in a while. They stay and they give me TDS. They give me everything that I want. First, I have to find it. No, that's not it. I made a mistake and deleted some apps on my phone, which changed all the locations of all the little apps when I deleted it. So now, where I knew that they were, they're not there anymore. They moved over a page, or but I'll find it. Come on, where are you? Where are you? No, huh? I gotta find it. I need to. Anyway, it gives me temperature of the water. It gives me the pH of the water. It gives me TDS. It gives me salt content. Gives me a bunch of information. And as long as here it is, as long as it's in, I have it on both the front pond, and this will be the backyard pond. You can see that it kind of looks like this. Give me pH, TDS, and this slides over and gives me salt content and stuff like that. And then it also gives me a graph. Let's put it on here. If I tap on the temperature, it'll give me, and there's a line for the past week. So it's been staying right around 82 or so, which is about normal. I'd like to see the pH down a little bit. It keeps creeping up. It's 8.4, but it might be the probe. I'm going to test the water today. I've been thinking about it, so I might as well go ahead and test it. But anyway, I'll put one of those on there, and then I'll have all three, which comes in handy when I'm traveling and somewhere I can just pull it up and with the cameras and everything else. And I think I'm going to I got to ask the solar guy how hard it's going to be to add a couple of cameras, one inside the, movable one, pan and tilt, that's what you call it, inside, and then one outside where I could turn it looking out front or looking at the hospital tank and whatever. Put it right on the corner. Yeah, I agree. I watched it this morning. That's some deep canals, man. I hope you don't fall in there. I hope everybody can swim, especially when you're. Well, I know you're not going to put. I know you're not going to put those concrete deals on there with 4 inches because you said you weren't. They'd slide in, and I agree. But yeah, the pond looks great, but those canals, man, I don't know. I don't see the. I don't understand. I know it's your wife's gig, but some of it, I don't. That's just the thing of the future. They like growing fish, plants. What are they? What are they there for? fish, I'm imagining. But I agree with Tommy. Looks great. But you were saying it's really clay. You don't see any. You're not getting any seepage, water table or anything into it. The lay, I still don't know. Yeah, I know. It seemed like you were saying something. I was doing two or three things as I was watching your video, but you were saying something about a ladder and a piece of wood or some temporary. Because I guess you said that's Gilligan's Island out there. You're stranded. You can't get out there, and if you get out there, if you swim the canal, if there was water in it, uh, down from full now. The other one, the new one though. You were saying something. I think not in this video, but the last video about it. A lot of clay, and you didn't see much seepage, and you thought it was going to go dry every year. And you can't pump. Will you pump your well dry if you keep your ponds full? I built a bridge video. Okay, cool. I look forward to that because what I want to do, and I was going to ask you, and I will probably meet up or something. Maybe we'll have lunch or something. Um, the I want to put like an octagon little gazebo in the let's see, I can in the Ubon house coming off of. Let me see. Can I think I can switch. I have to look. Pond, Ubon back, Ubon living room, Ubon pond. Coming off of this side here, you see that plastic wire around there now, or fence. That's to keep the koi during the big rains. But you can see this pond always stays, but it comes off of in that corner. You can see the tanks over there on the right. I think you can. But I want to build off here, and I know I'm probably going to have to drop the water level to put any kind of concrete or steel support going out. It doesn't have to go all the way out to the middle, but maybe out 10, 12, 15 feet, and then just a place, have somebody build a small gazebo with a place to sit down, a cover, so if it's raining, you go out there and can eat and do what kick back. But I'll get together and talk to you about how I should do that. Let's see, I didn't. Let me bring that in a little bit closer. But I think, yeah, I'll make it a little bit smaller. Make you guys look at me half size. How deep do you think my pond is from last song? Yeah, I think so. I think so. That sounds about right. The water came back in above the clay once the rain started. Yeah, well, I guess you'll find out, right? But like I said, that my well in Ubon is freaking. I don't know what I would probably try with the well I have here. I don't have a clue on. It's supposed to be really good, the well that I have here in Surin. Um, I was going to take up half that property over there and put in a big ass pond, but my wife she didn't want to do that. So I said, all right, it's nearly full already. Really, the new one, awesome. Yeah, we got. I don't know how you guys got there, but we got yesterday. We got a crap load of rain. It was the first time though in like weeks that they called for rain every day, but it was always at night. Middle of the night, dusk, it would rain a little bit. But yesterday it rained on and off all day. But it's nice because like I said, I've got a 2-inch line coming off with a bypass on it. So all I got to do is turn it on, and it'll just pump the water out of that well via the solar. So that's free, and fill the pond and keep it up. And I haven't had. I've almost where I went to buy the solar panel. This guy. That's what else I liked about it. I paid a little bit more. I bought the controller. I bought the solar panels. I bought the batteries from him, and I got a 1 year on the batteries, 1 year on the control on the box itself, and 20 years on the panels. But he's right there in the property. It's 20 minutes from here. It's in Buriram, but it's not. It's 20 minutes, maybe under. And big piece of property. He's got a big lake on his property, and most of his stuff is he sells, 2, 3 panels at a time with racks, with controllers, with solar pumps and everything for people that have ponds. And he's got a bunch of pumps, like you made your deal. He's got ones that just go out there and run off of a one solar panel, and it kicks ass. And I don't know. I didn't ask him. I didn't get into it. It'll have to wait. But I haven't had any problem with my fish. I don't see any kind of problem from lack of oxygen or lack of anything. But it could. I guess it could happen. But I'd like to put a solar one on there. It floats on a ring, got a big ass motor on it, and it puts out a big spray. And it would run as long as the sun was out. I guess it would run all day long. And I'll probably do it at the same time. This garage is the prototype for 6.2 kW solar system in Ubon. So I'm probably going to get the solar guy to go out there with 200 amp hours, which is probably plenty. I might even start out with just one because those are 20,000 baht a hit, and right around 100,000, where I said they want to screw me for 300,000 to set a transformer for electricity that I still got to pay for. So that makes the most sense to do that, and I'm doing it last, which is crazy, but we don't go there that often. But still, only a couple people there. It's still 2,000, 2,500 baht, because, like I told you, because they don't have the deal, and they can't give me for whatever reason that they have. They're charging me twice what they charge me for electricity here in Surin, until I buy that transformer or something. So it's like a gun to my head, and I don't do well with guns to my head. But so if I put that in, should be no problem. And then, like I said, I can tell the ants, show them how to read the app on their phone, put it on their phone. Hey, if this thing the sun's out and it's putting out wattage, go over to the house, turn on the air conditioner, turn on the big screen, cook all you want in the kitchen, and have a ball. Why not? They're getting up my age or right around the same age as me, and it's tolling on the ant. I know. We put an air conditioner in their bedroom, a used one that I took out of the house. I bought 5 for the last rental house. I only have 1 left, and paid to have that put it in the bedroom. But I know they don't use it. They don't have the money, man. Now, if it got really, 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 and heat stroke was setting in, then they could go in the bedroom and turn it on. But I would feel better once I got it there. There's 2 or 3 of them that are elderly, and they love each other, and they love to be together. They can go into the house, and even if it's not, but most of the time the sun's shining, so they can go in there, turn on the air conditioner, and like I said, sit on the floor like they always do when they're there. Use the kitchen, turn on the big screen, and turn on the air conditioner and relax and enjoy the day. And the air conditioners will work a lot better. Like I said, if they weren't inverters, they probably all would be burnt out by now, because that voltage just brownouts on any kind of sensitive equipment, computers, all that kind of shit, air conditioners, refrigerators. Now the inverters, because they vary the frequency and stuff, they can take it better, and that's probably why they're still working. Yeah, I heard you talking about that too. That was in today's video. Talking, is it too deep? And I don't know. Mine only has 1. I never planted them, and I would say it's deeper than 4 meters where it's sitting. It's sitting close to the shore. But I don't know. I'd throw them in there anyway. A couple of them and see what happens. But so that's the next project as far as the solar. But this one here is basically the prototype for he'll have to do it. It'll probably be about the same, somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000, and he'll just go out there, stay there for 2 days, and do it. Maybe I'll have to pay a little bit more, but he has to tie it in. This one's nothing's existing, so I'm just tying straight out of the box into a breaker box, and then going over to the to here to the man cave off of a sub panel, and then it'll take care of this and the pond, and then eventually the 2 bedroom house. So that system will take care of mom and dad's, their little house, my man cave, and this pond, and then them moving out of the house, going into that, just me and my wife, and the kids only coming part time 3 months out of the year. This should drop this 13K system over here is almost dialed in to where maybe on both places I'm paying 1,000, 2,000 baht and zero in Ubon. That's my kind of thing. Hopefully, I'd like to see goose eggs, but we'll have to see. In the canals now, what are you putting fish in there? I don't know if I know I asked you what the plan was, and is it just it's beautiful or what? Maybe it's just beautiful. I don't know. But yeah, so today I'm hoping I got to get over there, get inside. I'll do another video. Start of number 6, is it? It's number 6 in there, and I appreciate everybody. Not a bunch of people watching it, but uh, enough. I want to thank everybody, and we've got quite a few new subscribers. Let's see, what do we got here? 24 in the last 28 days, 2,730. So thanks everybody for doing that. Let's see, content. I got to go back and answer some questions too. 153 on the last one, so not too many people excited about. They're losing, they're losing interest. Hopefully, the next ones will be a little bit more exciting or more to look at when putting the solar panels together, painting, getting stuff. Maybe I won't put out number 6 for a while. Hey, Andrew, I was just asking if you were alive. I saw Bobby came over to try and put his drone up, and he said that you were going to try to call me the other day to go to Buriram. Did you take your bike to Buriram? Thank you very much. That'll all go. That'll all go to my wife. In case you guys don't know, she's in charge. It goes to her AdSense accounts. It all goes back to Thailand, plus some. We put in money every month, and every couple of months it gets up to 100, and you have to get up to at least 100 before Google gives it to you. And she's happy as hell to have it. We've bought TVs and soccer balls and um, volleyball nets and desks and chairs and everything for the local schools. So just so you know where it goes to, it definitely goes back into Thailand. It gives my wife, she's excited. Um, let's see. I did whether it looked good or not. I took off on Wednesday morning. Cool. I would have went if I would did even if I had it. If you would have been later in the day, I would have went. I had a bad burger experience. I went over there by myself and sat down, and there was another guy there from America. He was talking to somebody for about 15 minutes. They had a lot of burgers they were doing, and they after they left, I said, "Where are you from?" And we bullshitted a little bit, maybe for another 15 minutes. Still hadn't gotten my burger, and boom, half hour after I got there, at least the power goes out, and about 10 minutes later he comes walking out from the back and with a Sprite in his hand. I'm sorry, I can't make your hamburger, this is free. And he gave me the deal. So I went there again 2 days ago. Bobby didn't want to go. I think he's watching his waist. He's doing the right thing. He's not eating junk, but he's still planning on eating there. I don't know if it was once a week or once a month. I think it's once a week. But anyway, so I had to leave there, went to Slive, actually met up with Gino and them sitting in there, and burger wasn't as good, but I had a burger on the mind. I had to eat a burger. Hey, thanks, Jackson. I appreciate it. And any kind of questions or anything you have, feel free. A bunch of good people in here if you've been watching for a little while. Uh, just no drama, no nothing. Talk mostly about Thailand, some building stuff. But I've been here almost 7 years now. There's people that have been coming to Thailand for a long time, Brock being one of them. So if you have any questions, by all means, thanks for subscribing and ask whatever you'd like. Um, Hey, thanks. I appreciate it. Sorry, I've been an asshole in the past. Hey, I've been there. I still am, I think, but just not quite as bad as I was 15, 20 years ago. Maybe because of that Leo thing. I haven't got intoxicated, and I have the God given talent to still be able to drink and not get intoxicated. So I can still go to my favorite Mexican restaurant, which there isn't one here in Surin, drink one or two margaritas, feel a little tipsy, and switch right over to Coke Zero or soda water or whatever, which 9 out of 10 of my friends can't because they're all full blown. And, but what do they say? What was the saying? Instant asshole, just out of alcohol. That's me. So it's been almost 20 years, I think. And, but, hey, everybody, I don't know. I have been, so I understand. Uh, but thank you very much. My wife will do good things. Trust me. I have a couple of videos. I haven't done any recently. It just got kind of. I didn't get any kind of slack from anybody like you're just showing off or doing this or that because that ain't me at all. And if you've ever met me, you'll know that. But uh, we do it, and I'll mention it on here. Maybe I'll put out a short sometimes because I just want people to know that we do stuff for Thailand here and for the people. It doesn't go to. I don't need it. My wife doesn't need it, so we give it to the people that do. You're practicing. Good, good. I'm ready. I actually, I can make pretty good stuff here. I got to get to. I lost all the information for the meat and for the jalapenos, and I think it's the same person and all that. I don't know. I can't find the shit. So, because I'd like to have the jalapenos, I use Thai chili in my pico de gallo, and it's good. I'm just used to, man. If it doesn't have a bite to it, man, it's like not worth eating for me anymore. And that's from living in Nissan for 5 years. But it's got to have some. I put it in everything. I put it in my linguine and clams. I put it in my spaghetti sauce. I put it in everything. Everything that I eat is on the spicy side. But I'm looking forward to it, brother. When you when you come here, I'll take that 2 hour or whatever it is. Is it an hour and a half? I can't remember. I think on a motorcycle, I can make it there pretty quick, but it's short going to. Oh, go. That's what is it considered? It's Korat, right? I think that's what it is. But it's only an hour and a half. So, but I'm looking. Yeah, if you I can't believe it. But I like the jalapenos have a little bit different taste. But Thai chilies work, and I make little burritos. I have. My wife buys me those whole wheat tortillas, not the huge ones, and I just make. I only put like a spoonful of the meat. I the same thing. All I do is I just fry up um, onions and uh, garlic, and of course Thai chili, and then add in the hamburger and the seasoning you brought me, and pepper, and what else? A little bit, maybe in a half a pound I make at a time, and it'll make me like 5 burritos. Uh, I'll put in a little bit of cumin or something just to give it a little feel. That's awesome. It's perfect. 1 big tablespoon in there, 5 tablespoons of the pico de gallo, some sliced up olives, some mushrooms, and Tabasco. And it's I just had them yesterday. It's good. So I have to, on myself, I guess. Um, I used to make. I have to. I'd like to get. I got. You can get the little hard tostada already made tortillas, or they have the small corn ones. I like to. I used to make my own like tostadas, and they're actually can be healthy. But for me, I can't use the canned refried beans. They're loaded full of sodium. But they do sell refried beans. They're actually kind of cheap. I have done it once and just made them myself. That way, I can control. I can control the salt content, which is very low. I just use a lot of garlic and other spices. And then you smear that on there, a little bit of cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, a little bit of pico de gallo type stuff, and eat two or three of those, and I'm set. Because I don't know, man. I mean, they'll make me Thai food all day long. Between now, Sim will be here. She's 23 now and a good cook. My mother-in-law. So anything that I really want, they'll make for me. But I don't know. I like mixing it up. But I'm looking forward to it, and I'll make that jaunt as soon as you. The sooner the better, actually. Kenny leaving? All right, Kenny, take it easy. I need to make fish guard for the field pipe. All right, take it easy. Wow, thanks. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Ross. Head of the pod for helping us. Cool. Appreciate it. There you are, brother. How you doing? I'm still. I saw something you guys did recently. I can't remember, but I'm looking forward to. I've almost got that shadow done. Although I love my Forza, but I don't know something about that V twin type sound and stuff. It's close. I'm trying to get a hold of the guy. He still didn't dial. I bought a new carburetor for it. I bought a set of straight pipe drag pipes for it, and I wanted him to put them on, but maybe I'll get this garage, which is up here, uh, done and get it in there, and I'll do it myself. But the I'll just I bought new jets and everything for it, gave it to him, but it's still not right. So I'll probably have to dial it in myself. But I've been thinking about you. So if you got anything coming up as far as riding wise, hey Jay, how you doing? Everybody saying hi to T. But or if it's a longer ride, I just take the Forza. I mean, it doesn't bother me. I mean, it's not like anybody's going to come and bust my balls about. I'll ride what I want to ride. Although I would like to get with some people that like to ride. Did you ever hook up with any kind of a group, or not necessarily a club, but a club wouldn't be bad either. But any kind of a group to ride with, or no? I've been thinking about you too lately. Except you put out your deal on there that you didn't want a bunch of 90 questions. I know exactly how you feel. I've had ACL done on my left knee. I've had meniscus done on both knees. I've had 5 knee surgeries. Um, and I never had it was my knee surgeries were the most painful shit I've ever went through in my life. And you're saying I think you had knee surgery. The first one that I had when I was younger didn't have the micro. They sliced me open, which means I lost the quad, which is the ability to hold my leg out, and 3 days in the hospital, and just a freaking nightmare. But in case you don't know, Alex had surgery on his shoulder, his shoulder, and wishing you the best, by the way. But I didn't want to bug you and seem like you were getting. But I know how that is. I'm the same way. You can only take so much of people wanting to know exactly how everything. Because when you're explaining it, at least for me, it makes me think more about the pain that I'm freaking having. So I don't want to talk about it 100 times. And here I am. So I hope you feel better. Are you still in the Philippines, or are you back in Thailand? Thanks for stopping by. But I know, man, that those surgeries when they dig it in, I'm imagining it wasn't a was it a micro type thing or whatever they call it, where they just make the little incisions, but they could be just as invasive, man. You know. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I look at it. In case you guys don't know, the stuff that the stuff that you got um, for the barbecue was just outstanding. And the burgers that this guy had, I got two of those, and man, they're off the hook. Although I have been getting halfway decent stuff that my wife's been buying over at over at Macro, and it's good enough to make what I'm talking about. The hamburger meat to make burritos and that kind of stuff. And I do the same thing and make them chicken too. But I just needed to eat better, and I can't, anything out of the can, any processed foods. If you're watching sodium and shit, just don't eat it, man. You don't even have to look at the can if you want, but I mean, it's just like off the hook. Anything that's in a can is just loaded full of sodium, which is better for you to be eating fresh. So I get fresh mushrooms, fresh to my wife's growing tomatoes, growing cilantro. We buy onions, and I make that. But Mexican food's on the top of my list. I bet, man. Like I said, when they did the worst part about me was when they did the ACL on my left knee. First off, I didn't catch the whole drift that they were giving me a cadaver, ACL. But didn't matter to me. I didn't care. Just fix the damn thing, right? So I get in there, and when I woke up, man, talk about pain in that leg. Well, what they do, and I didn't really realize it until afterwards, is they tourniquet you off, man. They cut off your blood supply, which I really didn't understand. Well, the operation went almost an hour and a half longer than it was supposed to, because in the middle of the operation, the doctor had cut the freaking ACL too short. So he had to go into the cadaver room, find another ACL, cut one for me, bring it in, and put it in. And boy, that extra hour or whatever that it was under the on that tourniquet, man, so it was pain from the start. So I feel for you, man. And do they give you any kind of? I got tramadol here, which kind of work if you take two or three, and that's the lowest opiate I think they have. But I don't even know if they have or prescribe Vicodin or Norco or anything. But I'd be wanting heroin. I don't see any reason in today's day and age that with the drugs that we have, because the doctor tried to screw with me when I got my last surgery on the meniscus, and I said I had a miserable time for the 3 days I was in. I want that shot every freaking day, all day long, for every 4 hours, whatever it is, and I don't want to be in any pain for the 3 days I'm in the hospital. And the doctor looked at me and goes, well, I can't do that. What happens if you become addicted? I said, you're my doctor. You have to prescribe the shit for me. Don't prescribe it after that. I'm fine. He gave me Norco when I left after that operation. I never even ate the Norco. I went home. I was fine. Got through those 3 days just in euphoria. I don't know, some kind of morphine or something. Whatever they gave me, it was a good shit. And there's no reason in the world. You have the shit. You have the ability to take away the pain, and doctors just don't like to do it. They tried to do it with this one because she was always sickly, had 2 hip replacements, 4 back surgeries, all that shit. I had to go in there and say, you dope her up, man. Well, she would become I don't give a shit. I'll bring her through the detox. She'll be just fine. Just give her the shit. And there's no reason in the world, especially if they're the ones subscribing it. Now, me being on the outlaw side, if I did want it, I just hit the streets and get whatever I needed. But that's me. And you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to be in that much pain. A level 5 or 6, you can absorb that. When you're talking 9s and 10s, there's no reason, Alex, man. It just ain't right. Ain't right. Let's see. What did I miss? Where do you want to ride, Dave? I don't know, man. I'm open to pretty much everything. Wife's a little bit, she wants me going with people because she says I'm too old. She doesn't want me to die on the side of the road. But I'm open to pretty much anything. Shoot me whatever you got or whatever you want to do and when, and I'll let you know if I could do it. Anytime. It's 13 pages long. My wife doesn't use cilantro, coriander. Same thing. Let's see, Aaron, I forgot to cook on egg pit in Texas. People swear. Yeah, Aaron's got the shit, man. He's set up big time. Now we got to do is just get him to retire and come here. But he's a youngster. man, it's he's doing what he can. I know that. Yeah, the stuff that I don't know, the stuff that they gave me, it wasn't morphine, but the first time they gave it to me, I did see, you know, pink elephants do fly, but I don't like to hallucinate either. But when I went in the second time, I can't remember. It wasn't a morphine, but boy, man, I'll tell you what, I could tell you exactly when 4 hours was, and I didn't need a clock. And all that, I ring that little bell, and all that nurse saw was my big white ass hanging out of that sheet, and wham! And I just went, and I was in heaven. But there's no reason that that anybody should have to endure pain for long periods of time with what we have. And like I said, if they were that worried about being addicted, hey, I'll deal with that later, man. I don't know. Like I said, I'm lucky. I can drink and not get drunk, and and that's hard to do. So for some people, I could understand it, but there's no reason, man. I just can't see any reason to be in that much pain for that long a period of time. There's no way. Because I believe, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, but you're out of the hospital 5, 6 days now, Alex, because I know the videos come out different times. Um, let's see. I had a it was great for the ribs, brisket. The stuff that got cooked for us there was phenomenal. Hopefully, he's going to do it again. I was on an IV machine when I got my gallbladder done. I had the doc take it away as I couldn't sleep in a spinning room. Yeah, I don't know. I those little ones with the button, after 5 minutes, mine was maxed out. And I could press it all I want. It wasn't doing anything. But I just made that perfectly clear. And he didn't want to do the surgery. And I told him, well, I guess you're not going to make your Porsche payment this month. I was only 19 back then, 18 on the first, or 17 on the first surgery on my right knee, and on my left knee, I was 19. I think just turned 19. So I don't know what year that was, but they didn't have the orthoscopic surgery then. Um, They did do the orthoscopic on the ACL, um, but nah, that's why when they want to replace both my knees, they they wanted to replace them for 15 years now, and it is bone on bone. Does it hurt every freaking day? Is it something I can tolerate? Yeah, I am. I've had the pain since I was 19 years old, um, but it's going to get to the point. That's why I need to lose the weight. If I lost 30 pounds, 40 pounds, it would be a lot easier on my knees. So. Yeah, definitely. You definitely got to do that. That's a given. I'll be in charge of that. Next time it won't go. All you got to do is just do it. We'll make sure everything else is paid for. Uh, Plus a little extra for some of that blue label scotch. Hey Patty, how you doing? What's up? What's up? Nothing much. The usual. Sitting here bullshitting, realizing I've already been bullshitting for an hour, but having fun as usual. But that's the garage that you can see there. I'll go back. We'll see. We'll creep it in a little bit and see all the fronts. I think they've got the smooth done, and I'm going to offer it to the girls. Actually, I guess I've got to uh, go to um, go to Bangkok on a week from today. Shushu goes back. We're going to go Saturday morning and take Sim with us and take the truck and drive there. The Suzuki's still there. She's going to keep that. She did get her license and everything when she was here. So now she's a driver, but she's not gonna drive back and forth to school. School's only right up the road. It costs like 5 baht or something to take the bus right from where the apartment is. Sim's gonna stay there for a week or two, and then she's gonna load up the truck with the stuff she wants to bring back home. Let me make you guys look at my face. There we go. A little bit. There we go. And then we're going to stay Saturday night, Sunday night. We'll come back Monday morning, and then she'll just probably come back on the bus. Take all the stuff. I don't know what else she's got that she wants to bring home. I'm not. I still got to. I'm trying to make it to Patea to meet up with Lewis and anybody else. I think Andy's gone now. Oh man, I tell you what, I've been trying for 5 years, I think, to meet up with Andy and Robert Mack. It took forever, and finally, and luckily Bobby and Andrew and Mitch and all the other people I had access to, and Bobby and Andrew live right here in Surin, so that makes it easy to see them. Hey Rob, how you doing? Yeah, did it good to see you. See you figured out how to enlarge the chat. No, I have it. Can you guys read it? And I had a bunch of lines across my screen. They finally went away. Maybe I'll just leave this thing on until it completely fries now, instead of letting it warm up. Just let it sit on. It ain't gonna hurt anything. I ordered the 32 inch. This one's a 27, 32 inch. So Aaron Wood bottle. Yeah, well, tremendously. You're right there. What is it? It's Johnny Walker, right? Or Blue? Is that right? I can't remember. I think that's what it is, but it's not. Anyway, is it this weekend? Is Indy, right? Am I? I'm on the. I got to find out to put in here. I might actually watch that. I enjoy watching Indy, so I might try to do that. But I think it's Sunday, right? It must be Coca-Cola weekend in NASCAR. Then I haven't watched much NASCAR at all, and I used to watch every frickin' race with my buddy that passed away. I had the big giant satellite dish when they first came out, and we used to get the live feeds for the whole race. We didn't have to watch any commercials. We used to watch a lot. Yeah, Memorial Day weekend. That's right. Yeah, earlier in the when I started, me and him went over everything yesterday. You can barely see the panels are up there. Looked at the weight again. Me and him sat out there yesterday, and I'm putting 12,000 baht more of steel in the structure. So he bought all the material for that yesterday, and he'll be putting that in today. He's separate from the guys you see there now. The guys that are there now are the Toon, the cousin that actually built the pond, built the pool, built the wall on Surin, and um, he's doing he's done the block work and the slab and all that stuff. So two separate crews type thing. Uh, the solar man, he should probably be here this morning, probably around 10. So the panels are up there. They weigh a crap load, and and I had the same questions. I did some calculations on my own, and then he had an engineer, and he said if we put in these three beams, basically make steel beams that he's going to make, he said we'll won't have to ever worry about it. And I figured it out. I don't know, like I said, it sounds like a lot of money, but when you actually, and that's for the material and the labor, 12,000 divided by 33 at $363. So for 360 bucks, it wasn't worth it to me to have something fall either. So yeah, it'll all be up to snuff. Still not the best build in the world as far as beauty looking and everything, but it will suffice for what I've got going. Glenn Levitt's, yeah, but what was that Blue Label stuff? That wasn't Glenn Levitt's, was it? Can't remember. I thought it was Johnny Walker. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, that's right. There you go. Okay, that was good. I liked it. But the single malts are good too. We didn't even have a drink last time I was there. That means you got to come all the way back here just so we could have a drink. And I didn't get any pills either. I should have got a couple of pills. I would have grown something. We still got to meet up. If you don't sell the business and everything, when's your plan to come back? Next year? Not this year, right? but it's a nice ride from here to the house. I liked it. It would be a perfect shakedown for the shadow. I don't know if T's still here, but I really like that bike. It kind of reminds me of my '08 Dyna. Same height, same length, same. Didn't have the original same wheels on it, but mine does. Mine's got a 19 and a 16 on it. I think it came with something else. I can't remember. I think it did, but the wheels and size that were on the Honda are not the right ones now. It's got the same ones that are on my Dyna. And when I looked at that, I wondered why, and I'll show you. I think I still have a couple pictures of it. Um, it looks like my Dyna, and it sits real nice. It's 750 cc's, which is right at 45 cubic inches. Is it a burnout machine? No. Is it plenty fast for what I'm doing? Yeah, and it's got a little bit of get up and go. It's not bad, and they're cheap. Although I have noticed that here's the pipes that are on it now, and I'm getting rid of those, and I've got the straight pipes, so I'll probably put those on. But it definitely gives my Jonesing for a V twin sound. I sold the Himalaya. Yes, I probably still have 6 or 7. I've got the 125. I've got the little Grom. I've got the Shadow. I've got the Scoopy. I've got the Forza, and I have the one that I put together. I ended up giving that to the aunt. So here I've got 5, and then my wife's got a Scoopy, and the my father-in-law's got a the one I gave to him. But I'm going to be putting the Shadow, the 125, and the Shadow, the 125, and the Forza will go in the garage. I think. Maybe not the 125. I might leave that up by the house. But I think it's going to be in there. I just got to see how much room I got in there once I do it, because I bought all sorts of tables and workstations and tools and all. Like I said, the garage is freaking. If I could find a motorcycle now, I'd like to redo one, an antique. It doesn't have to be a Harley, but a BSA, a Triumph, any kind of English, anything. I'd love to do one. So if you run across somebody that's got an old basket case of some kind, uh, I'd like to let me know. But my wife says I've got 5 too many. Plan Dave would be next year. That guy ghosted me. Damn it. I'm putting in a max of 3 more years and then done. Tell the company. Well, at least you've got a date now to shoot towards. So at least it gives you something to that light at the end of the tunnel. Um, you talk about steel. For us, it looks like aluminum. Uh, is the steel so clean in Thailand? No rust. Yeah, the no rust on that stuff that they've got there. We'll end up. I'm going to paint it anyway. But most of the time, what they do is where they put the welds in, they'll spray those, just the welds. That's what they've done in Ubon and on the outside structure, and been there almost 2 years now, and no rust on any of them. Hey Tip, how you doing? Going to work? A hard working lady. But yeah, but no aluminum. No. I wish I had some aluminum. It's too expensive. If I had aluminum, I'd want to build that trailer. Next on the deal, in case everybody's wondering, is I'm probably going to do that fish pond deal that I showed you, my hospital tank that'll be outside the garage. But I'm going to do that trailer. It's going to have a pop up tent, the roof tent, the ones that go straight up on top of it. It'll have a 14-inch place underneath that'll have drawers that'll come out the back with your cooking stuff and all that. I've weight in mind, so I'm not going to be doing too much, but it's going to have an air conditioner on the top of it, a 24-volt air conditioner, a 560-watt bendable solar panel on the top, And the reason the bendable is because it weighs almost nothing compared to a regular solar panel. A 24 by, depends on how much weight. It's going to have a lithium ion battery, controllers, all the breakers, everything, complete solar system. And like I said, if I I'm trying to do it. My budget's 100,000 baht, and I'm gonna make it so that I can pull it with the Forza. And I won't know until I hook it up to the Forza and take off. On my 78, on my shovel, I had full dresser. I had a tent trailer that I pulled with that. A lot of people ask me, "Do you know what it was?" Yeah, I pulled trailers behind motorcycles before, but I'll know when I get on there whether it's going to burn the belts out in it, and at that point I'll make a decision. If I really want to pull it behind that, I'll buy a 750 ADV or another Forza. I think they make the Forzas in 750s too. And if I feel that I can pull it. And worst case scenario, the kids love to go camping and stuff. That Suzuki that I bought for them, I'll have a hitch put on it and a plug, and they can pull it and go wherever they want. So they can go camping. The two of them, they'll have a ball long after I'm gone. So it's dual purpose. I'll be able to use it if I want to go on a little short jaunt somewhere and do some video or something. I can do it. But I think the build on it and everything, I think will be fun to watch. Watch me get frustrated. I'll probably put up a tripod and film a lot of it while I'm doing it. So try to keep the language down and have some fun. So that's on it. But I'm waiting until I put the solar on Udon. We sell the house here in Surin. I get my million baht back that I paid for the land over here. My Dave thinks he might want a Harley money that I had stashed aside, and then we'll roll into starting the project. So I'm hoping by August, September, October, maybe when the weather cools down here, November. Here in Surin or in Isan, man, that's my time of year is November, December, January, somewhere right in there. We get the 11-degree, 10-degree mornings and stuff. Makes it nice. But yeah, so that I'll have there. I've got a chair that goes in the. Hold on one second. 10 bags of concrete. You need to take the truck. Okay.
But no gas.
No gas in the truck.
Yeah.
Okay. Taking my credit card. You know which one? Yeah. No. Come here. Let me see him. We'll show him. Here's Pancho. He likes me a little bit, but he's a good one, boy. I like these little dogs. Good boy. So it'll be nice. I bought a mechanic's chair, and it's really a nice one. I don't know. It's like on the expensive side, but the bottom has the trays that have the magnets in them, so you can put all your stuff, your tools, and everything won't go anywhere. Sorry, I hit something there. There we go. And it'll take fat people, but like 145 kilo, and I'm like 118 now. So I've been moving down. I'm in the right direction. I was a real fat bastard. Now I'm just a fat bastard and borderline. But yeah, it's awesome. So I got one of those so I can put it there. The only thing I was looking at, the nice motorcycle racks and stuff like that are expensive. But doing the trailer and stuff, I can put it in there right at my height. I don't have to worry about standing for a long period of time. I've got sanders, I've got welders, I've got air compressor, I've got the pressure washer, I've got drills and sawzalls and cutoff saws, and everything is going to be there that I could want, and hopefully I'll get it. And then I'm going to leave it up like I said, I do a lot of stuff for him, for Toon that she was just talking about. Needs 10 more bags of to make smooth concrete. And I'd like to him. I mean, I got this here. I would bankroll him, to do it. He's probably going to do a lot of the. I can't lift the 10 up there and do a lot of that stuff. But I mean, like I said before, the ideal thing about putting a little business together like that for that is if we could build them cheap enough, if I can get them registered and everything's above board is what I'm trying to do with this one's for me. And then after that, like I said, Maui's got the same floors I've got. Everything's there. Yes, I think so. Let me see. Yeah. Um, the if somebody come in, if it costs, let's say you could sell it for 100,000, and let's say you can build it for 75, 80. Well, 20,000 baht's a lot of money to somebody that they could put it together in a weekend. Or maybe more than that. But the ideal thing for it is I don't have to order a trailer or anything. If you want one, yeah, okay, they're 120,000. I need 60,000 down, 60,000 on delivery. 60,000 just about pays for everything that I'm going to do. I buy the trailer, buy the air conditioner, buy the solar stuff, buy everything in the beginning, and then maybe as I go along, start stocking one or two trailers, one or two solar panels, so that you can do it. But out of pocket, you don't have to have a lot of money. And the hard part with him is he's an alcoholic. So trying to get him to work, if I'm going to be involved in any way, when I tell somebody I'm going to build them something, uh, it's got to be built. So we'll see. All right, let's see. What's everybody's saying over here as I'm rambling. I'm pretty sure when we do come back, we'll be doing the Phuket thing. We haven't been for quite a while. I've said the trip next year. Yeah. I'm game for that. You let me know because I still want to get together and go out on the boat again and pay money. So I'd like to do that again. You had work. You had a worker what relieving himself? Did I? They don't realize the camera's there. Probably, you know what it is? I bet you 100 to 1. It's my father-in-law. Hold on, that's him. Is it the one? Hold on, is it the one right there in the hat? Is it that one, Rob? The one with the white shirt, the black pants, and the black hat? Let me know because that's my father-in-law. Uh, he doesn't realize. Let me know, Rob, if that was him. How far is the drive to Bangkok? About 6 hours. Six. That was it. That's my father-in-law. He's 80, and he don't want to. I guess he don't want to go to the house. I probably wouldn't either. In fact, if I'm out in the garage, thinking about putting in, I got to see once I get in there because my truck's going to be in there. Now, granted, I could roll my truck out and work on whatever I want. Now I've got a 20 by 20 open area, except for one post that in the middle now for the weight. But um, for the most part, I'm going to have about 11 by 21, and then they're 2 foot wide. These trays that are over here that have all the tools on. The little workstations that I bought are 4 foot long by 2 foot deep, and they've got wood tops on them and lights and pegboard and a drawer, and they're real nice to sit up and do whatever you want to on. But uh, the it'll be nice. So I do have that area. I do have the ability to pull the truck out. I mean, you can see the truck, you know, but it's gonna take up pretty much the whole area. I mean, like I said, I had to make it longer. Thank God I measured it and looked at it and go, is my truck longer than 18 feet? Because it was 18. So I made it, yeah, it's 19 and a half. And I made it 21. So maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'll put it closer. That way my father-in-law can't get in the can't get in the picture. We'll make it a little bit bigger. This one. But I'll probably get demonetized. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I did look at I think it was 17,000 baht for the good motorcycle racks that I used to, the ones you roll up on, clamp the front wheel, hit the air to them, and adjust them. I think it was 17,000. They do sell them out of China, but I don't think I really need that. I don't think I'm gonna. Like I said, I'm not changing oil. I ain't doing nothing. I'm leaving that to the Thai people and let them make their 500 baht on changing my oil in my Forza. Why am I going to bust a sweat and do that? It just ain't going to happen. But like this stuff, if I don't get a hold of the guy that did the build, now don't get me wrong, the thing runs. You can go up there and hit the button, and boy, it'll just stop right down there. But it's got a lean pop to it, and it's just not jetted completely right. But he did it, everything he's done well on. It takes a special deal to dial in carburetors. Okay, I'll leave it at that. But I like changing the exhaust, and I bought new stuff for the handlebars, the reservoir and handles and all that, because the chrome on the other one was crap. And I was going to let him do that, but if I have to, I'll roll it in and I'll do that. But I can do that on a kickstand. Like I said, I'd sit myself in that little rolling chair. That'd be fine. But I've got all sorts of stuff. So I've got the stuff is here. So I'm hoping that he's going to be done by the end of this weekend. Then I'll probably go to Taiwazadu today or tomorrow and pick up floor paint, inside paint, and outside paint. And like I said before, I'm going to paint it the same color as the Surin house, that bluish, grayish color. White, they'll put the concrete around the windows. That'll be white, and around the door and the big door. And that'll be white. That's it. And then inside, maybe a medium gray on the walls and a dark gray on the floor. I'd rather not. If they've got a 2-part water epoxy type thing that cleans up with water, maybe I'll do that. But otherwise, I just want something to paint the floor that's not going to come up. And just in case I get oil on it, you just wipe it up or wash it or whatever you want to do. Just makes a lot cleaner environment, and shit. But I mean, if I have to do it, like I said, I can roll the truck out. That's going to be all concrete there in front. So, I mean, I could roll the truck out like it's there and move the trailer over there and have one trailer there, have the kayak over on the side, do work on that. Whatever I want to do, I'll do. I still got some stuff to do to the. God, I did that again. I need a new mouse. You think out of all the shit that I buy from Lasada, I've already bought new. This one's been acting up for a while, but yeah. So I should have plenty of room in there. And like I said, it's not. I bought it for that. Even if I wanted more area to work around it, I could roll like the trailer over there, work on it all day or whatever, and then roll it back and then put the truck in. Because I don't like the truck sitting out, vermin, anybody screwing with it or whatever. I really like my truck. I dig that truck. So I don't want it to get ruined. And if it sits out in the field much more or outside, it's going to. So that was one of the main reasons that I built that. The trailer, I'm not, it's sitting out by itself right now. It's self-spin. I haven't plugged it in. It's got 100% battery. I go in there and run the air conditioner off the solar and sit in there for 3-4 hours and come back out. And if it's got sun, the next day it's up to 80%. Another day it's up to 100. So I don't have to do it. But off this building with the 6.2 kW, there is going to be a plug on the outside of that wall in between the window and the roll-up door. That's on the inside is where all the solar's going. Down to the bottom, oh, there's my wife. Oh, she's going to go with her. There's going to be a plug, the same plug that I use to plug in the trailer. So I'll be able to plug in the trailer because it'll be under that cover. The solar will charge the trailer during the day, and it'll always be charged for free. And that's what I like. So. No, it's what it is here anyway. Jackson is a certain size. There's a size limit, and depends on what province you're in. The house I had to have something on. This one I've had nothing on. Ubon, if you look at some of my other ones, I don't really have a picture. I got cameras there, but I don't have anything facing towards the house. Big house, 5 bedroom, 1, 2, 3 bath, big giant kitchen, big outdoor. Well, it's actually enclosed now. Thai kitchen that's probably 15 feet by 20 feet deep, and then a covered parking that's got to be 20 some odd feet, 22, 25 feet deep, and a good 30 feet long. It's huge. That was all there was any permits or anything on it. You don't have to have anything. That's what we were talking about. The 12,000 baht that I'm putting into, there's my father-in-law again. The the 12,000 extra baht. Right now, it's looking like the original budget I wanted to do it for was without the solar, was in the low 100, 105, 108, 110. It was up to 120, and now with this 12,000 add, it's probably going to be in the 35, 40 range. If I could stay below the original 162 or 5,000 US dollars, I'd be happy. And like I said, when I was talking to my friend in the States, masonry contractor, I was saying you couldn't even get the permits in the US for 5,000 US dollars. So you don't. It depends on where you're at, though. Warrants what you need from that area. It's kind of that way here in Thailand. Anywhere you go, you're going to have different from area to area, province, province. Every place around there is different. You come here and Buriram's an hour away. You go to immigration here and they'll want, for your visa or whatever, they'll want 10 things, and those 10 things will be different than from an hour away in Buriram. And another different from another hour, another different in Pattaya, another different in Bangkok, all across Thailand. As long as you keep your cool and you're retired, like I said, I'm retired. I don't care if I've got to come back the next day to get my 365-day visa for $60. If it takes me 2 days, what's the big deal? So I guess the biggest thing for coming to Thailand to at least live, you got to, and I used to be short fused, and I'm a lot more yes ma'am, no ma'am, especially with the government, anything with them, and it goes hundreds and hundreds of miles of peace because they appreciate it. When I go in, I show my bald head, I take off my hat in respect, and I've never had a problem. They've always been more than willing. I guess I moved that. How's that? Is that better? The sound. So, but it varies. It varies. Chuck, how far to visit? It's in kilometers. I don't know. It's like 200. And so it's about 5 hours, 4.5 hours from here to Tat Panom, I think. I think the last time that I went there, I think I timed it, and I was going along at 100, and I think it took me 4.5 hours to get there. But there isn't. Most of the places that I go are between 4 and 6 hours. If I go to Hua Hin, that's 9 hours or something. I think when I drove the Forza from Pachuap Kurikan, it was 12 hours on the Forza, but I stopped. I took it in one shot, and that was 12 and a half hours. But it seems to me, with the way that my knees are and my back and sitting in the chair, 6 hours is. I'd like to keep it below 6 hours. So going over to like Koh Chang, going to Pattaya, going to Bangkok, and all like that is right in between the 6.5 hours. And I don't ever rush because I've got, Thai women with me, or women period, or men. You got to go to the bathroom. The women, my wife and my daughter, they are like every other Thai woman that I've met in Thailand. They can eat their weight in food, so they love to eat. So we stop, and see, I used to be one of those guys that I'm not stopping. Here's a cup, pee in the cup. I want to be to Havasu, and this time I want to be on the lake. I want to be skiing. I ain't stopping. Gas only. Pee out the window. I don't care what you got to do. But since being retired, I've passed on that, and now whatever it takes. If it takes 5.5 hours, what difference does it make? Because it takes 5 hours and 45 minutes, or 6 hours, or 6 hours and 5 minutes. It doesn't really matter. So I guess it's a lot sabai. They say here. It's just relax, man. It's I know being here for me, blood pressure's dropped. My health has actually gotten better, and the bad health that I have had has been all my fault, not anybody else's. Um, my wife shops at various stores at PT, especially leather one. You know what? My wife, she bought me all my, I call them hog body clothes, American big size. There's a Shell station that in that parking lot has a store that sells. She's bought me 5 pairs, 10 pairs of nighttime pants, shirts that actually fit, regular pants that fit, uh, everything on the way between here and right in the middle between here and Ubon. So we stopped. We stopped the last time though, and they didn't have that much. I think they're phasing out their hog body selection. But I told her, I said I could use some more night pants. I like the ones there. They're big and they fit comfortably. I used to just sleep without anything, but the kids coming in and out, my mother and father-in-law there, I I I, I put on pants now. The hottest I've ever felt was in Lake Havasu. Way worse. I was there 130, 129 degrees. Yeah. Didn't like it either. We used to go to the Nautical Inn and drink those buckets of Mai Tais and just get plastered. We drove golf carts into the lakes. We weren't welcome there very often. But it got really bad with the college kids that wanted to rape girls and stuff. You can only beat them up so much, and like I said, you can't beat the stupid out of somebody. But they ruined it for everybody. I mean, and the sad part about it is, me being, I was never the best looking guy in the world. You know, always a little bit on the heftier side. Granted, sometimes I was more on the muscular side, but the women in the '80s and late '80s and '90s even, they they just wanted to have a good time too. There was, I guess what I'm saying is, first off, there's absolutely no reason to lay a hand on a woman or do anything to them. But there was a multitude of them that wanted to have a good time. Now, why you would need to do that, I guess there's more to that psychologically or whatever, that they want to control, they want to do this, they want to do that. My deal is, let me get my hands on them and they need to die. Them, child molesters, all the other ones, the people that they molested, their families should be the the factor to administer whatever punishment they feel fit. Turn them loose in a room with some hoses and billy clubs and let them at them. And some instances, I hate to say it, I'll probably lose subscribers. Some people need to die. Sorry, they can't be rehabilitated. They're raping small children and shit like that. They can't be. You know. And if I ever found out that anybody had had laid a hand on any of my kids, I would have found out. Oh, you're a 5, 10 time loser. They put you in jail and let you out. Who was on the jury? Who was the judge? All of them. All of them would affect. Maybe not all of them needed to die, but they all need to be beat severely. And how you could do that, how you could have somebody that's been convicted and put in jail 5, 6 times, and then say, "Oh yeah, but he's doing so much better now. Let him out." Why? Why? How could you sleep at night? Maybe that's why I could never be in law enforcement or a judge or anything, because in that particular instance, I'd be way lenient on maybe outlaw motorcycle clubs, and less lenient on anybody that had anything to do with you know uh, beating women or doing anything to a child. But that's just me. So if you have to quit, sorry. But anyway. What it I can't remember for sure, but I think it was in a 2 hour, went by quick. All right, Ross. Hey, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Welcome anytime. Want to ask anything? Feel free. A bunch of good people here, and now it looks like maybe we got another one. Thumbs up. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Let's see. Did I miss much else? So how did I get in that round off of Havasu, right? Because it ruined for me going to Havasu. We used to go there and have a good time. Did we get in fights? Yeah. Did we, really seriously injure anybody? Not really. Back in the day, uh, 9 times out of 10, that person that you got in a fight with, if it was early enough in the evening, towards the end of the evening, you were buying them beers and buying them drinks and drinking together, and they became a friend. You know, Nowadays you get in something like that, they run to their truck, they get a 9 millimeter, they come back and they kill you. Geez, good going. Good respect. You can't use your hands anymore, but it's too bad. Hey, what's up, brother? I hope you're doing well. I was thinking about you, and I can't get to my racing gear. I got to get this stuff out of here. I got to get the garage done. Uh, Raining, no golf today. Um, about 20. Yeah, Andrew's close. Andrew doing wish we knew that when we went to visit Day, we could have stopped to visit you. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, we got to go. Next time you go to have another burger, let me know too, Andrew. I'm game. Is it? It's a nice ride there because now Andrew's got a new ride motorcycle wise, and it's a perfect little. I think it's. I don't know how. Did anybody answer? I can't remember. I'm getting old. Maybe that's why my wife doesn't want me out running around uh, town. But I think it's 2 hours or something. Cool. I hope Quan and everybody's doing well. I know I haven't seen her talk to you in a while. And I said that to Bobby because Bobby, like I said, was nice enough to come over here because I got my drone right here on the floor and I tried to put it up again and too close to the Surin airport. And Bobby said he put his up, did some walk around stuff, and he got it to go. And he brought his over here and it wouldn't let him do it either. So I guess you could go there, ask for special permission and do this and that. And I might because I'd like to get a little aerial view of the house and been in the house 3 years now and no one can see you'll be able to see the solar panels and where they're at on the house and that kind of stuff. But we'll have to see. Hey, what's up, Waza? I was just talking about you with Gino when I said I didn't get that much of a chance to rap with you at Joe's wedding, but I think Gino did. I think he talked to your wife too, or I think wife now, right? Uh, but he mentioned that, and I said, yeah, I saw him when he came up, and a lot of people I did there I wanted to talk to, and I just didn't get the time. I'm not the social butterfly that I am when I'm sitting here rapping. Although I can, I'll sit there and talk until I'm hoarse. But yeah, I think it is. I think it's 2 hours on the bike. What's that burning sensation? What's the burning sensation? What did I miss? That's a garage I'm building. I'm building a Western style. I'll make it bigger. Uh, Garage on the. Well, I bought the property, or my wife purchased the property next to us, and there's my father-in-law playing in the mud, and it's too deep, so it's twice the property that we have here. So it's all going to be concrete in the front, and then sweeping over. My trailer's going to go where that other truck is, and then it's going to be 10 foot wide all the way out to the street. But inside the garage, I'm going to have my truck in there, and then I'll have a nice workspace of about 11 or 12 by 21. So I'm looking forward to that. I guess I guess he doesn't realize it's going to rain again, but look at him go. 80 years old. If I got down like that, I'd be stuck like that, hoping that someone was going to come and pull my ass up because there's no way that I would be able to get up again. Someone is talking about ears burning. Yeah, I got a great deal on the land, man. 2 doors down, same size of mine. They're about 90, between 95 and 99 wa each. The one that I built my house on here in Surin, my wife owned that, and um, the we wanted this side, and her friend at work started beating the streets and started making phone calls and found this old man and this old lady that lived in Kauai, and uh, ended up paying half of what it should have went for. Uh, two doors down, same size lot that we have. They just paid 900 for it, and I paid 900 for two of those. So I paid half price for the land. The garage is like, it's not up to Western standards. It's going to have air conditioning in it. It's going to be painted. It's going to be have exhaust fans, all the tools and everything. But the basic structure, the roof stuff, I had to beef up. Like I said, I just put an extra 12,000 baht because it was the one that was across the street that had my trailer and truck under it. So some people, Bobby asked, why didn't you make it wider and bigger? Because that's how big that cover was. I'm going to be able to put that in for, it's going to be somewhere around 130 or 40 to 150,000 baht for the structure. And the solar, um, I'm paying them to put it in. I'm going to do some of it, although I think I'm going to have him do most of it. I'm putting in a 6.2 kW solar system that I've got 6,000 watt on the roof of 750 watt uh, solar panels, 20-year warranty. Inside, it's going to be about 93,000 baht. So, yeah. So we'll see. I've been keeping it down to an absolute every penny. Like she's going to pick up these bags. It'll probably be 800 and something baht of concrete to make smooth, and that'll go in the book. The book's right here at my fingertips. I gave him 1,000 baht bonus. I put that in there. So, but is it state of the art? No. Is it more than what I need? Yeah, it's perfect. I bought sitting here is a 2-ton air conditioner, inverter, 18 SEER, so it's fairly decent. But I also had him put in, that also includes underground and the wire from the street all the way to the garage. So what is happening now, there'll be a separate feed into this garage. The garage it'll go into the inverter. It'll come out. It'll be on a fuse panel and supply everything inside my garage. Over here, where this black matting is on the ground, right in that area, there's going to be a 2-bedroom Thai style house. And right where I'm in right now, you can see, if you look on the right hand side, you see that iron right there, that steel, and with that bambooish pattern deal. That's the top of my man cave. So the man cave's 3x4, and it's going to come back. And now it's already run over there. It's going to come in, pick up this one off of the house, which I have 13.5 kW of solar. It's going to pick up my man cave and my pond. And this is my. I'll show you. I'll show you the pond. I know some people have seen it and some people have not. Um, uh, but that's my pond, and that's the man cave right there on the left. So it'll pick up that and that and the house and everything eventually. It'll be another 6 months before we're done with the 2-bedroom. The let's see, that's in standard. Why put it on HD? There we go. That's better. So my fish are happy. I've got state of the art filtration. I love my pond. But anyway, so it'll take care of that. So eventually, when we get to uh, being done with this, the 6.2 will take care of all that stuff and should take care of it. I got 200 amp hour of 48 volt. Look at bird, um, 48 volt batteries, so it should be fine. And then I've got batteries and the two 6,000 watt systems on this house. Mom and Dad will be over there. Just be me and my wife. The kids only come for 2 or 3 months out of the year. I should be down to, I want to see goose eggs. I know that the goose eggs will probably definitely be on um, uh, on the garage side. This one, maybe 1,000, 2,000 baht. But you got to remember, before I started any of the solar, the reason that I did it was if I croaked, and died, there's no way that my Thai wife, who makes 23,000 baht a month, is going to be able to pay the 14,000 baht electric bills that I was getting on this house. Granted, that's when my mother-in-law had air conditioning on. We had an air conditioner on. Both the kids were here. The pond runs 24/7. The pool, there is a pool here too. It's just it. I put in the pool and the pond at the same time, and the that's the pool. And again, it's 4 foot or 4 meter by 3 meter, but it's only up to my wife's neck. That's how I did the depth because she can't swim. So the koi pond is 2 meters deep. So she drowned in there. So hopefully she never falls in. Hopefully she never falls in there. But the my father-in-law constantly going, man, at 80. I hope I'm still alive at 80. But let's see, what am I missing here? Anyway, just caught you as a setting up for your gaming. All right, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, Waza. If you guys aren't subscribed, please do yourself a favor and go ahead and subscribe to Waza's channel. A lot of good stuff. He's got a lot. He's been here a while. Let's see. Lunch. We had lunch on the top. Yeah, we did. Yeah, so how long have I been rambling? Almost an hour and 45 minutes. Pretty good, huh? Let me go in and bring this in just a little bit. Looks like it's a little bit more overcast. I don't know what the forecast is for rain, but I had to guess. I still don't see the solar man, but he might be fabricating. For all I know, he might be fabricating those beams that we had talked about to strengthen that roof structure. And then I feel fine with it. Yeah, it's going to be, if you look at the front, when my truck was there, it was easier to see. But what I'm going to do is the whole, out to the ass end of that truck that's there, it's going to come all the way out and start bending in from the roll-up door and come over to a 10-foot wide driveway that's going to go all the way out to the street. That's so when I back my trailer in, I can pull my truck forward and then back it on the concrete and back it right into the roll-up doors, if that makes sense to you. So I'm going to pour it in 3 sections, I think, especially with the rainy season here. You have a good one. Thanks again. I really appreciate it. So yeah, there'll be a landing strip there, which I'm trying to get done. Like I said, when my wife gets back from Taiwazadu with the concrete, we'll see her because she'll back up there if I'm not done with the live stream. We're gonna get with Toon is the one that's doing the block, and he's the one that did the foundation and everything for in there. To give me a price on how much concrete we're going to need. I'm guessing about 3 to 4 trucks, 10Q or something, whatever a truck holds. And I'm hoping because it's about. He told me that if somebody's in here, that how much they paid for concrete. I wish Kenny was here. Yeah, we're going to go to Bangkok on a week from today. We're taking the youngest the night. She's got 2 or 3 more years of college to go. She's going back to Bangkok. The oldest is going to go with us in the truck. We're going to pick up her. We're going to leave Saturday morning, stay Saturday night, Sunday night, come back Monday. Sim, the oldest, will stay there. Shu, the youngest, will stay there and start back in school. And then she was going to stay with her sister and get her settled in. She just got her driver's license, get her out on the roads out there in the outskirts and do some driving and then come home. But we're going to be gone Saturday, Sunday. We'll be back on Monday. What was I looking for? Oh, I forgot what I was doing. Imagine that. It's really nice to see you thriving. I remember first seeing you interview. Yeah, exactly. Come a long way from having nothing to looking forward to. Yeah, because I thought I was pretty much done. Thank you. I appreciate it. It is, and that's one of the things that I'm kind of want to do with the channel. Never really cared whether it was going to be a giant channel or whatever. The people I've got here are phenomenal, the subscribers. But the people I'd like to get through to is when people watch it and stuff and become subscribers, is their uncles or dads or whatever that are 65 and lose a significant other. If they don't want to just sit home and die, uh, you know, it is possible to come and have a life. Maybe you don't want to remarry. Maybe you don't want, but you can come here and live way, way cheaper and get way more bang for your buck to come to Thailand. Those are the people I'd like to connect with. I have a couple of them. A couple of them have moved here, but I that's what I'm hoping to do. And we just have a bunch of fun. We talk about colonoscopies and whatever. I'm 68. I don't know how much longer I'll be around. I am going to do a death video though, so I just got to start putting it together, and then I'll upload that into YouTube, and I'll show my wife how to take it from private to public, so that everybody knows that I have met my demise. Yeah, the truck itself, Justin, was 21, but it was only four and a half. I got it written in the book. Uh, what book did I do with that other book? Oh, I put it here. This book was you can see it's all kind of messed up. I started it in here. 4.5Q. It was 2,150 a Q. But somebody had, and you said what, 2,100? Yeah, so you're right there. But somebody had told me that I could get it for like 18, 19. Now I know that they have different grades of concrete. I did opt for the better grade of concrete for the floor and the 6 inches in the garage. So I don't know. Thank you, Patty. I appreciate it. Tuned in just in time to hear Dave talk about it. Yeah, I haven't talked in a while. How you doing, Logan? Jamie still there? You guys are still up. Is it late? No, it's not really late, is it? I was gonna do something on my phone and I can't remember what it was. I'll remember. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, 1800 to 2100 is considerable when we're talking about um, 10, 20, 30, 40 cubic deals on it. But I don't know, cubic meters. That what it is. But it sounds like I didn't get screwed by any means because I paid 50 baht more. But but like I said, I did opt for the better concrete. And my guy, he laughs when he looks at it because it's a wet pour, man. Here in Thailand, it's just like water. And like I told him, man, I said I looked at my stuff in Surin here that's been here for 3 years. I got no cracks, I got no nothing, and stuff in Ubon that's been there for 2 years. And you've seen the concrete runways I have there. Concrete's in good shape. So whatever they're doing, we kind of attributed it between me and him that it's the humidity keeps it to dry slower or something, and it does better. But I got to find out. I got to find out. Not allowed to pass until yeah. Hopefully, it's that long after that. I don't know the way I feel. Besides the knees and the numbness in my feet, the way that I felt since I've been eating correctly and not loading myself full of sodium and shit like that and doing stupid shit. Um, my doctor said I can live as long as I want. It's all up to me. If you're going to abuse yourself and do this and that, uh, take it for what it is. But you can live as long as you want if you want to take care of yourself, eat right. You got a long time. I don't know, man. I'm 68. I don't know. 85 would be nice. I don't know. When I probably get 85, I probably want to live to be 100. Like I said, I'll take as many years as I could get as long as I'm not senile, Alzheimer's, um, have to wear a diaper all the time. Because one of my main things, even if I'm, halfway there in the brain department, I don't, oh, there's a solar man right now. I don't want to, oh, oh, no. You need a 4-wheel drive. Oh, what's he doing? I don't know what that was about. Anyway, I just don't want to be a burden on my wife. Now, does my wife say that she would change my diapers and clean me? Not a doubt. Said you live to be 120, but I don't want to burden anybody. So we'll see. Demolished. You're live on the air. He's good, man. Like I said, I he did all my electrical and stuff. He did the solar on the house. He just is he's gotten so popular. It's hard to get him back over here to do stuff. And I have. He's done the underground. He's still got some more underground to do. He put the panels on the roof. That thumbnail from that latest one that didn't do so good. I think it was part 5. Uh, um, that's them loading those big ass panels up on the roof. Uh, so yeah, so I'm not worried about him. It's the other cousin that I love him, man. He's family and he's very talented, man. He built that pool. He built the pond just by me just sitting there and telling him what I wanted. You know, he did what I wanted. He's very talented. You show him something and he can do it, unless he gets on a bender and then he don't want to come to work. So if I keep him busy, he'll be there for a while. That's the shed fumigation. Yeah, he cleaned it up. It's not too far. What was the build cost on the main house? Um, two 2.3 million was the loan that my wife got to the builder, and then we probably put in another million. And I'm just guessing. I've got it written somewhere for the pond and the pool and the wall and the all the stuff that we had to do. Probably close to 2.9. I think is what I remember uh, from doing it. Right around 3 million. I would say it's probably pretty close. And the land she bought 20 years ago or something when she first started at TOT, and I think she said she paid 20,000. I don't know, but ridiculous. 150,000. So it's been paid off for a long time, and I would have rather built out in the middle of Surin somewhere. But my wife had the right idea. She's got her car now, so she doesn't have to ride in the rain on her Scoopy. But it was a bitch watching her come home just soaking wet. That was one of the main reasons we got the car. I would have got a 7-passenger. She wanted a smaller car. I really like the Kicks. It's been a great car, and she drives that back and forth. But what point was I trying to make? Damn it! See, this is what scares me. Now, some people say, "Oh, it's just getting old," but the I think we were talking about the build. I said, "Oh, and what she made, and she paid it off." And then where was I going with it? Is there Yeah, there's a little one that I can't fly my drone on, private airplane. I have to drive to 50 minutes to Buriram to hit Buriram, and then Buriram to Bangkok, and then pretty much anywhere out of Bangkok. If you want to go to Phuket, there's there's uh, there's 2 ways that I could go. When we went to Aaron's to go fishing, that sailfish fishing, we I drove to Udon and got with Tim, and we got on Udon has a flight that goes directly from Udon to Phuket. So, but Udon's like 5 hours. Like I said, most of the places I go are 4 or 5 hours. But I would have to drive an hour, leave my truck there. I don't think they even charge anything in Buriram. Jump on a plane to Bangkok. If I'm going international, I have to change airports. If I'm going close, then I can stay right there and fly pretty much anywhere I want to go. If I want to fly to uh, Hua Hin, wherever, any place that I want to go. So that's why a lot of people, I think that they're going to make that airport in Rayong or Jomtien Pattaya area used to be big, and I think they're going to make it a big one. There is talk about them getting a big regular airport here in Surin, but I haven't seen anything. Udon or Bangkok. Yeah, I also heard there's flights that go out of Ubon, which is 2.5 hours. So I haven't really checked it because it isn't that big of a deal. My wife will take me. There's actually, when I would fly Air Asia, I could go right in here to town 10 minutes from me and get on a van that was actually figured into the price of the air ticket. They would take me to Buriram. I'd get on a plane and then go to Bangkok and then fly out of wherever I was going. So I don't even have to depend on my wife going there. But now that I have my own vehicles, I can just drive there, park it, and go wherever I want. But I believe it was right below the 3 million mark, if I'm not mistaken. I can look it up. I know I've got the books. I saved all of it. But like I said, on this one, I'm going down to the Nats behind there. Or I don't want to. I'm gonna make sure I tracked everything. But and I don't know what tangent I was getting on my wife driving and her car, and she loved her car. Anyway, but the solar guy, like I said, they above that door, and I imagine he might. I don't know if he'll do that today, but above that door there, where you could see that lower piece of metal there, that's going to be block going up. He's got to still do that, and you can see he needs to make smooth little upper area there on the right. But I think that most of that, she's coming back with 8 bags of concrete. So I'm imagining. I'm guessing he'll probably be done tomorrow with the make smooth. And maybe I should have probably went with there's the metal for whatever he's going to build for the beef up that structure. So we'll see how that goes. I'll get some video on that too, because like I said, that hopefully if he does his deal and I get on Monday, if I get let me put this over and make you guys look at me halfway bigger. Uh, and I get the paint for the floor and the paint for the outside and inside. Like I said, I think I'm gonna offer it to the kids. Hey, you guys want to make a few dollars before you go back to Bangkok? Although I would probably just give them money anyway. Give them 1,000 baht each and buy them a roller and some paint and have them start painting. But we'll see. Either way, or these guys I'll hire them to paint. Uh, and I would like to get the floor done and the inside painted. Once I get the floor done and the inside painted, then Solar Man can start running all his. Like I said, I think I've got 8 or 9 4-way plugins, and then I've got 2 or 3 switches, 1, 2, 3 outside plugs, and then the big plug that's going to the trailer. Water's going to be coming over there. And like I said before, and maybe that's where I was finishing one of my jaunts that I got off. Depending on how much room I have in there, I might put in just a off the wall, 3 foot by 4 foot long room with a toilet, a sink, and just so in case you gotta go, and so you don't have to, the cameras are on. You don't have to see my father-in-law pee. But we'll have to see. We like Phuket. I like Samui and Krabi. But what do you think? I like all that you've mentioned. Um, I'm not, Krabi right now, I think, is even a better time to go. I heard somebody that was there recently said it's nice and calm and relaxed, and the traffic's down and everything right now. Because a lot of people aren't. Me, I'd rather travel during rainy season. Like this, if it's overcast and I get a little rain for 5 minutes during the day, who gives a shit? It's still 90 degrees outside, so it doesn't really bother me. And I don't like rubbing elbows and bumping into people and having people, rude people bumping into me. I just don't dig it. But I like Krabby. Yeah, when I met her in through a friend in Kamala, and then we started going. But the first meetup, yeah, was there. I went there twice. Uh, she was the one that took her family. You got to remember, my wife is totally amazing, and I've said it numerous times. 25,000 baht a month, man, and place, apartment, private school in Bangkok, land that she's bought and food, everything, electricity for mom and dad's, everything. This woman has done everything. and she is in total amazement. She paid airline tickets for mom, dad, the two girls, her to get to Crabby. Now, granted, my wife beat the streets and find 18 people fry for the price of one, whatever it is, and she'll get a ring like she got me, one of these gold, um, typical Thai styled ring, and she'll now she hasn't done this since we've been together, but pretty much. Well, she did it once, but when we first got together, and then she'll put it up and put it on Facebook, and everybody will buy a lottery ticket for it for 10 cents or whatever, and then she'll sell so many of them. She'll do it. That person will get the ring, and she'll make 1,000 baht. And she'll sell clothes. She'll do anything. Now it's not so much. She doesn't really have to, and I don't want her to. I want her to enjoy life. Patty, too many foreigners loved Samoa back in the day. Yeah, certain times of the year though in Phuket when I was there, uh, it depended on the time of the year. But yeah, it can be way too many. Patong was constantly. And now I was there for 8 months, I think, and I never went down Walking Street. I've never been in a true bar situation. The only bar situation I was in was I met Rob in Kamala and went to the White Horse Inn or whatever it was and had a beer with him twice, and that was my first experience with an actual bar. Were they, were the girls that were there young? No, they were 55. Nice, very nice gals. I didn't do anything. All I did was talk with him, but I never did when I was there. I was still mourning this one. I was in before dark for the whole 8 months. I'd go out in the morning and meet up with the friend that I made there, Bob, and Pooh that introduced me to my wife. She didn't want to. She thought I was too old, but I talked her into it. And I saw her once there. She was actually meeting up with somebody else and a younger guy, and that didn't work out, thank God. And then we talked and talked and talked on line, and then I met her in Krabi. And oh, hold on, guys, I lost my hearing ability. And then it's all history now. But yeah, but it depends on the time of year and what you want to do. Like I said, my friends were going to come just recently. They put it off, and then they want to come at the right time of the year. My wife said come in November, around Thanksgiving. Um, so that's when we'll set up something. They'll come for 10 days, I think. That's what I had them set up for before. I had the hotels and everything ready to go, and they said, no, we're just too busy with shit. They're workaholics. I told them, you guys, they've got enough money that they don't have to. They should be retired. She's younger. He's my age. We're like this. He's my brother, and we grew up together from grade school and kept in touch with each other the whole time. But his wife is a real estate agent. He's 68. I want to say she's late 40s, maybe 50, maybe. I think late 40s. And about like I think my wife's 44, 43 now. I don't remember. I'm horrible. But I think her birthday's coming up. So I got to, hopefully she's not listening to this. I got to hit up the kids. I think her birthday is real close to Paige's birthday. And I heard Chuck mention that Paige's birthday's coming up. So I'm going to have to check into that. I think I put it in my phone, but I'm not sure. But the places that you want to go, a lot of people don't like Phuket. I like Phuket. I had a good time there for 8 months, and I went all over, and I still could have spent more time and not seen the whole island. But the places Krabi, I think, is a good one. And like I said, if you're planning on coming here in the very short time, soon, I think it's a good time to come too. If you don't mind a little bit of rain. Like I said here, they show rain every day in Surin. Yesterday was the only, for a week, yesterday was the only time that it rained during the day. For the last 6 days, it was fine. Middle of the night, it poured. Middle of the day, patchy sunset, 80. I don't know what it is now. Let's see. It's overcast right now, almost looking like maybe rain, but let's see what it says here. It's 29, which what is that in Fahrenheit? It's so bad now. Now I go by Celsius. It's supposed to be 30, a high of 32 and a low of 25. And just the beginning of rainy season now. But it doesn't show any rain on here until 8 p.m. tonight, 30% chance. 11 p.m., 35%. 12 a.m., 35, all the way through, even in the morning till 6 a.m., and it shows it's stopping 35%. So, that's the case. That's when I used to go to, I used to go off time to Maui. Everybody, the last time, my poor wife, I rented a bagger, and I didn't even rent a car, and didn't tell her. But did it rain? Yeah. Was it 80 degrees when it was raining? Yeah. Were you cold? No. Just wore a bathing suit, man, and went out and had a ball. And she was a trooper, man. She had back problems and all sorts of stuff. She knew I wanted to ride, and so she got on there. So, but I wouldn't, that, and it was a lot cheaper. Let's say I'm going to say for the most part, and probably even here, 30%, 40% cheaper. Somebody can correct me if they think I'm wrong. But so it was the same way in Hawaii, Maui, depending on what, yeah, depending on what time of year you went. Yours is the 8th. I gotta find out. I should look in my phone. Shouldn't it? Isn't there somewhere that I could find on my phone? Come on, calendar. I got marks on else. No, it's not showing me. It's easier. I'll just ask the kids. They'll give me the heads up. And if I will this time, I will put it in the phone. But I should get her something nice too. What would you say is a good vehicle budget if planning to do a lot of road trips? I'm taking Class 1 insurance plus and maintenance. Is 300 a month overkill? Pay off car. Okay, let me see if I've got this right. What is a good vehicle budget? 300 a month for a paid off car. God, that sounds like a lot. Let me see. Right now, for me to go to Phuket, for me to go to Koh Chang, 6.5 or 7 hours there and back, I go through a tank and a half of gas, and it costs me 2,000 baht, so $60, $90 to make that trip. So let's see. Let me go here. Where's my calculator? So 300 times 33, which is what it is when I check. 10,000 baht. 10,000 baht. Yeah, that would probably give you. Well, at least, are you planning on doing a bunch of little trips or on the way? So you could go someplace like Koh Chang and you could stop on the way there, go to Koh Chang, stay a week there, go from there to Phuket or to Pattaya, Jantiem, stay there. I would say that sounds like more than enough, depending on how much you're going to drive each day. If you're going to go and spend, I would suggest, otherwise you're driving all the time. I would at least stay 4 or 5 days in locations. So if that's the case, I would say that for each 4 hours, 5 hours that you drive would probably be about $30. I would say would probably be pretty close. Pages is the 6th. Okay. Insurance is about 50 a month. That I don't know. I pay 25,000 I paid on my truck for full coverage. So what is that? What did you say? 50 a month. 25,000 divided by 33 is 750 divided by 12. $63 a month for full coverage on my truck, brand new vehicle. So if you're planning on buying a brand new vehicle, you're planning on retiring and traveling, I'm gathering. So if you've got something, I think my wife's is our car is 3.5 years old now, and that's down below it's at 19 or 20, so that would be probably 50, maybe less. I could redo it. if you buy something that's 2 or 3 years old, I would say, yeah, that's probably about right. And that's for full. I told my wife, I want everything. I don't care if I pass out and run the thing into into a wall. I want a brand new truck, and that's what she got me. And I have that, and I've got to pay for my wife's car, my car, and my the kid's car. And that's an older Suzuki. What do we pay for that? 300,000, 400,000 baht. Great little car, depending on what kind of traveling you want to do. But I think that was 12, but she's only 23 years old, so it makes a difference. We're looking 2 to 3 years old around. Yeah, I would say 50 would be good for a budget because, like, let's say if I'm saying 20,000 for my wife's car divided by 33 equals divided by 12, exactly $50.50. So yeah, you're right on the money. Um, there's Andrew paid 16K for mine, got a discount this time. Yeah, so did I. Mine was more, or did I pay 23? I think I paid 25 the first time, and now because I didn't make a claim, I think they went to 23. So it will get cheaper depending on the claims. Andrew's absolutely spot on. But yeah, it sounds like you're right there. And then, like I said, it most of the places, if you're going to be staying in a hotel or whatever, I would say that you're going to be dependent unless you're going to stay in 5-star hotels. You can get very nice hotels pretty much anywhere that you're going to go in Thailand with breakfast for 1,000 baht and under. Right around 1,100, 1,000, 950, 800, 500. Depending on what you want. But very clean, very nice. Never had not like they're just dumps or anything. They're nice, decent breakfast. You know, eggs and toast. Maybe not bacon. That's a 5-star for me. But yeah, yeah, and that's what I would figure if I was on the road. If you're somewhere around 1,000 baht a night for some $30 to for a night to for a place to stay for a night. Now, if you're going to go and travel and really want to, like, let's say I want to go to Krabi, but I want to go to Krabi for 2 weeks, then I would say probably maybe a B&B or something like that gets a lot nicer. Maybe get something close to the water, and then you can do it. But you can stay. There's some nice hotels in Krabi. I like Krabi. But yeah, depending on where you want to go, I would say that everything that you've told me so far is sounds pretty close to me. And I'm sure that if anybody that was in the chat didn't think it was, they'd be voicing their opinions. I'm waiting for them to come back. I don't know if they'll drive. Well, they'll drive down there in my truck. I'll watch that, and I'll just keep rambling since there's 18 people still here. Although, is it getting late? And on the East Coast, it must be late. Let's see. What is it on the West? I have it dialed into my phone. Los Angeles, 8:11 p.m. Bangkok, 10:11 a.m. New York, 11:11 p.m. Sydney, Australia, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Oklahoma City, 10, and London, 4 a.m. Nikki, she's a wild woman. Anyway, let's see. If your best friends visit you for 2 to 3 weeks, where we go? I'm going to go to probably a couple islands. I don't know exactly. It depending on they're going to give me a hard deal on how long they're going to want to stay. They don't want to do a bunch of jumping around, so probably 2 islands if I had to guess. One of them probably Koh Chang. Did you ship any pallets out there? Have we don't have that much stuff to bring, but definitely more than will fit in 2 suitcases. We found a service Thai town in Hollywood that does pallets for $7.50. Are you married to a Thai person, your significant other? Because I know that you can bring in a bunch of stuff that you wanted to, anything you want, uh, and maybe could make up some of that money by bringing in a bunch of boxes of stuff that you could maybe make $1 on. I don't know, but pallet does 750. Um, Depending on the stuff, it doesn't sound like it's like out of line. But depending on what you're going to bring here, no appliances are going to work here. Um, if there's any kind of furniture or anything, unless it's great grandma's rocking chair, I would say give it to Uncle Bill. Uh, you know, I took 2 suitcases, a backpack, and had my laptop and everything in it. And I bought everything that I have here in Thailand. Even when I went back, the only thing that I would buy when I would go is chocolates for the kids and bring those back. But I haven't went that. Obviously, I went back for my mom's deal. But uh, you know, I just they got everything here. You know, like I said, it depends on what you're bringing them, what your parcel to. If it's I don't know what it would be. If it's sentimental stuff, then it really the 750 doesn't sound out of line. You know, it doesn't sound like uh, an exorbitant amount. If you would have said something like 2 grand, 3 grand, I would have said, "Wow, that sounds." But whatever. I don't know. Like I said, if if you're bringing stuff, just think about what you're bringing. Like I said, tools, appliances, all that kind of stuff. That's going to be 110 plug in. I imagine you're coming from the States, correct? In Hollywood, so I'm imagining that you're in the sound. You're in Southern California then. Uh, it may be more economical to sell. Yeah, exactly. You can get and I'm with Brock on that. Like I said, if you've got certain things that are something that you're coming here to Thailand, you're planning to die in Thailand, and it's sentimental to you, then by all means, I mean, I would pay. There would be no price limit on what I would want to pay to get what I wanted here. So yeah, with the garlic powder. I'm ready for some new stuff. I got I think my mother-in-law and all the kids and my mother-in-law and my wife and all they're all using the garlic powder now. They know it's good. Yeah, I have been really going. I was going to ask you, what was I going to ask Kenny? It was something that I was going to. Oh, how much you paid for a cube of concrete in the truck? I had who was it that said somebody said brought it in again. My mind's gone. 2,100. I paid 2,150, and I know it depends because the 6 inch on the garage, and I got the good um, the high test stuff was I paid 2,150. But somebody had told me they paid 19, uh, or maybe it was Tune that said he could get it for 18, and to put in a landing strip. I think I asked you this before, and you couldn't remember. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if you do, maybe I'll have you roll a motorcycle in a container for me, and I'll chip you. Uh, yeah, it was memories. That's it. 2 suitcases, uh, and I had made up my mind to come back. I had spent 2 weeks in Kamala, came home, and the story of waking up thinking she was alive, and not bad feelings of being in the house, but I booked a flight in a day and loaded what I could in 2 big suitcases and that was it. And on there, hit it, and been there ever since. And that was November and I found out that's the same time we were probably within days of each other. Me and Joe actually came. It was November 2018. So amazing. Been here almost 7 years now, getting close. And it doesn't seem like it seemed like I just got here. So, like I said again, with the older we get, the quicker the days seem to fly by, right? And again, like last time, well, Christmas is here again, and now what are we looking at? We're coming into June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 6 months away. We're halfway through the year again. It's yeah. So make sure you live life to the max. It was a actual calculation based on eliminating the front parking and adding the runway. So not sure. Oh, okay. So you didn't pay per truck, because I paid per truck or per queue. I don't know. I'm going to put it. I've got. I don't. I shouldn't say I have that much time because I want to get this stuff poured before. Like this whole section here, I want to pour in one section to behind that truck, square over all the way over. Well, not square. I'll round this part on the one side. I'd like to get it all done, formed up and everything, and pour at 6 o'clock in the morning, so that even if we get a little bit, it's not going to get completely ruined. And I only want to pour in three. I want to pour it in three sections, so in case, I don't ruin the whole runway if it starts to pour. So we'll have to see, because they're calling for rain every day, and it just hasn't been. It hasn't been that way. My wife went with her, so this gets scary. God knows she's loose in Taiwan too, and she's got my credit card, so this could be this could be dangerous. Let's say no. Front parking was included in the contract, which we eliminated. Oh, that okay. Now I see what you're saying. Okay, so they did it. You didn't pay the actual builders credited, and you okay. I understand. All right. Next said I came here with 2 suitcases and my dog. Very good. Yeah, I had my wife's had just adopted a dog from the local place, and I got lucky because I had to have somebody come into the house and kind of just house sit, and they had sold the puppies outside, and when I went ready, when I was ready, I didn't know what to do with the dog, man, and come to find out that my nephew that was there watching the house for a little while, he had the dog with him, and ran into another person. The dog looked exactly like this dog, and they come to find out they got it from the same person in the front of the supermarket. So he asked her, "Hey, do you want another one?" And she said, "Yes, I do." And ended up going with his. I don't know. Remember if it was his sister. I think it was his sister, and so I got lucky because I didn't want that dog to go anywhere. Returning, thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I would. I don't know if you ever asked, and if it's too personal, never worry about it. FC, but does that mean it's customs free for Ty to bring a pallet back? Well, I don't know if it's as far as I know, and I wish Tom was on here because I know he brought a whole crap load. You're allowed to bring so much stuff back. Like I think Brock said, a whole container of shit. You have to pay to ship that? Yes. Do you have to pay any kind of taxes or anything on it? No. So if you had, 200 computers in your in your in your deal or whatever, that would be so. As far as I know, and it looks like uh, somebody put up who was it that there's a custom deal there. As far as I know, and always check into everything. Don't ever take anything without checking into it yourself. Was the stuff that is free from taxes. So in other words, if you were bringing in a car, I guess I don't know, maybe if a car qualified. Anyway, if they want to charge you 300% tax on that, you wouldn't have to pay that if your significant other was a Thai person. Ah, I must be. I'm getting tongue tied. 2 hours and 25 minutes. Hey Rob, you're still here. You still having dogs dropped off? No, they haven't. The one's still out there. Although Bear almost killed him 2 or 3 times, according to my wife. You can just barely see the corner of Bear. Hey Bear, Bear, what are you doing? You don't want to be bothered? Nah, he's sleeping. Anyway, uh, and I told that to Lucky, man. Lucky used to beat the shit out of him when he was a puppy. I looked at Lucky. I said, "Man, you're gonna be sorry. You're gonna be sorry. Look at the paws on that boy." And boy, sure enough, boy, bears tore him up twice. Damn near killed him. Uh, yeah, running long for sure. And I'm waiting kind of now because my wife she went with Sim with my truck to get 8 more bags of make smooth concrete. You see they're almost done. He's got some block above the roll-up door, but I believe the whole outside and inside has been, well, might have one wall, the back wall, and one wall inside. And that might be the 8 bags more that he needs of concrete. And I guess looks like he's got plenty of block there to complete that up there. And then if I do want to put in I think if I put in a little bathroom in there that's only going to be, just wide enough for a commode, I'll have him build something out of metal and just put like roofing material around it in the door. It's not like it's got to be anything, but I thought about it. Just depends on how much room I have in there. My truck's taking up half of it. And then I told everybody Bobby's question was, why didn't you build it all the way across? And it was a good question. And it was because I had that roof. Everybody's saying hello. No, there's still 20 people. Well, let's keep rambling. Maybe Bobby will come on and you want to sing? You want to do karaoke? I brought a woman with me. Plenty to choose from. What did I miss? Anyway, I got light. That was a lighting. My big ass one working again, and I got this little small one. I actually use that for actually light above me. Now the desk that I bought was just a cheap desk, no drawers, no nothing, and I'm going to put this computer, and I got a 24-inch flat monitor. I was going to use this one, but this one's starting to crap out. I got a flat monitor, and I've got an arm for it. Put it on there, but I'll probably use this as the same thing as a light over. The workstations have a little top piece on it, and I bought LEDs to go in the bottom of it to plug in. yeah, that's it. I hear that. I can't come on. I'm laid up. My back is problem the last few days. Old war time crap coming back. Yeah, it's because you need to be pointing in the yard, not doing in the yard. Go down, get 1,000 baht, break it into hundreds, and hire somebody to do whatever it is you want them to do. Tanning lights. Why am I too white? I could change the color. I think. Where's my little one? Let's see what this one's. This one. No, that. There. How's that? Did that change? Yeah, a little bit. I could change it to that. That changes a little bit, right? How's that? Is that any better? Do I look like I need to get out in the sun? Yeah, maybe I'll because if I do that, then I can't see. Leave it there. Oh, I wasn't even on full brightness, but maybe I'll change it now. How's that? Yeah, I think I like that. I can always change it back and forth on the. Now, do I look like the orange man? Do I look at it? Yeah, exactly. Except for that blonde. That blonde looking like she might know her medical stuff. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. How are we doing on the? I could. You guys are probably sick of looking at me anyway. Make that one bigger. Um, yeah, I don't see those guys. Maybe they're on the. They might be on the back of the building. Uh, it could be because I don't see. There's 4 of them. Now the solar man. He's probably. Let's look in the front of the property. He might be in the front welding. No, is that him over there? I can't tilt this camera. That might be my father-in-law's truck. Let me see. Can I? Where's my pond and pool? I can move this one over and take a look on. Yeah, no, that's got to be. Maybe that's his. No, he had his red truck. I thought he took I thought he took. You guys are probably hungry. I didn't feed them this morning. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Yeah, he looked. I thought he took the steel off. Maybe he went. He bounces back and forth, so it could be. But I didn't. I didn't look at any of the other stuff. But my wife should have been back. But I don't see anybody even. Oh, yeah, I see him behind. Ah, they're on the very back. Can you see the hand movement there? Okay, so they're doing the back of probably all four of them. Probably got scaffolding and everything else. I should have let three of them do that. He should have got his ass out and put the block above the door. I can still see his arm in there. Very cool. Eh, I like having these cameras. Pretty cool. Yeah, exactly. Both the one that passed and my Thai wife, I give them kudos on having to live with me. The one that had to deal with me for 30 years, I think she had it a little bit tougher. Oh, I was more of an asshole then. Let's see. Yeah, now we got 21. I think I'm gonna hang until she's there because what am I gonna do? Although I do really want something to drink. Do I have a cold Coke in the fridge? Hold on. Yeah, oh, we got a cold one. That's what else I gotta get. I gotta get a little refrigerator like that one for out here. Oh, there's somebody. Who's that? See who that is. You can still see the guy out back, but I don't see anybody else. Anyway, I got my drink. I think we've all hit the jackpot here. Yeah, exactly. I hear it too. We all, like I said, you could ask anybody in this on this channel anyway, who has the who is blessed, who has the best Thai wife, and everybody will say they do. So kudos for that. It's pretty good. Like I said, man, everybody I've met, and I know some people talk bad about YouTube, and I don't make a living off of YouTube, but you know, I wouldn't know anybody. Would have never met Andrew. Would have never met Bobby. Would have never met Mitch or Joe and Gift and Chuck and Paige and no one, no one. Now I noticed I didn't. I got to go watch Chuck's for the first time. I only caught 10 minutes of his. I was bouncing back and forth on some other stuff, but it looks like they met up with in Kochang with. I know Daz was going there, but I didn't know James was there. I know that James has his brought his mother to Thailand. That's freaking awesome. So I'll have to check out that video. But all good people, man. What's the chances of that? And I'm talking about people that I have met face to face, and even people that I haven't, like Andy. I know Andy's a great guy, and I would really be surprised if he wasn't. But all the people, Robert Mack, like I said, Mitch, Andrew, Aaron, everybody. I would have never met any of them. Besides the fact, if I wouldn't have met my wife, I'd be dead because there's no way that I would have went to the doctor that she made me go to the doctor, and I would have died in Kamala probably or in the States, even if I didn't come to Thailand. So I'm just I'm the luckiest man in the world, and everybody else will say, "No, I am. My wife's the greatest," and kudos for that because they're great. People that come here just respect the people. I think that the age group that we're in, the women that are going to be that you're if you want a companion or a significant other are going to be between 40 and 55 years old, and more than likely, and we talked about it because Andrew's here now. I always said that I'm going to add it in that more than likely their kids are out and moved out, but like the daughters that we have here, if they have babies, they might come back. So it is something that might happen, but You know, they want to. They don't care about weight. They don't care about what you look like. They care about what's in your chest, and and they're willing to give you tenfold, at least from what I've seen, tenfold of what you give. If you give this much, there of anything, respect, love, whatever it may be, and you know, I just got lucky. I wouldn't change anything right now, except for maybe. No, I don't think I would change anything. My wife had to pass. Um, I think she was a lot sicker than she thought she was, or she might have known, and she knew it was time to go. Otherwise, she was going to be a burden on me and everybody around her. And I think she just said, no, enough's enough. And you know, with what I had gotten in here, like I said, the quality of people are just outstanding. And like I said, if they made me, and like I said, I don't think anybody would have liked me, you know, 25 years ago. I don't think I liked myself all that much. But do I like myself now? Yeah, I sure do. Am I having fun? I'm having a freaking ball. Have I met a bunch of great people here in Thailand? Yes. And willing to do shit for you. I know, like, uh, my mind's going to go blank. Jim of Jam, you know, always liked Chuck. Chuck was his, you know, that was his favorite YouTube person. And they were some of the people that I met. You know, oh yeah, I'll go get mom's this and take it from here to there and drive it all over. And, you know, uh, just, you know, they're retired people, they're good people, and they're willing to do stuff and go out of their way. Like with Bobby, I said, my drone's not, I'll just come over and, you know, we'll pop it in. Oh, good, I'll take you to lunch. And oh, no, you don't do anything. You know, it's just that way. And that's, oh, there's, no, is that my truck? Can't tell. That's my truck. That's my wife and daughter. Um, you know, it makes it nice. And to come here, like I said, do all your checking, you know, everything that you want, figure it all out. But on the, you know, FC's got the right idea. He's got budgets. Put that together. See how it meshes. Don't put yourself into any kind of, you know, I need, you know, $9,000 to just barely make it. Don't come over here with $3,000 and think you're going to do it. And those numbers, forget about. But if you're living on $2,000 on Social Security out of the United States, and you didn't own your house and you didn't own that, and you're just barely making it, you know, can't do anything, can't even have a cell phone, you know, can't eat decent food. Over here in Thailand, that 2 or 2,500 Social Security, you're in. She getting stuck? Can't see. She's no, it's starting to rain a little bit. Looks like she got to put it in 4-wheel drive. Sam, you should have put it in 4-wheel drive before you even started. There you go. I think the truck is amazing. Now I'm gonna have a damn tractor, pretty much. Ah, straighten your wheels out. Straighten your. There you go. Straighten your wheels. There you go. Think she can hear me? No, straighten your wheels out. Uh, 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 uh. Okay, she did pretty good though for only driving for a year. What did I miss? Okay. Bobby, is your hand healed? Tell me if I'm working. We got to get Tommy here hopefully soon too. Hopefully things will work out for him. My hand is about 90%, no pain. When I go to thank you. He needs to stop working in the yard. I can see. Which you enjoy. Yeah. And except the next time we're all gonna buy everything and then let him go crazy with cooking. That's the way I am. I love to cook. I could do that all day long. Your place was like going to a resort. I really like his house a lot. I like all the space underneath, you know. That I think that's Thai style, open. Well, I don't know. That's becoming big in the U.S. That open area, outdoor living type thing. Uh, get stuck. That'll never happen. That thing will climb a wall and low. She puts it in 4-wheel drive high, which is fine, but she just doesn't know how to drive. She'll learn. Yeah, she has me on her phone. Yeah, she's a good kid, man. They're great kids. Lucky in that aspect too. I wouldn't want it any other way. They were, I want to say, like 13 and 15, something like that when we first met. Let's see. Yeah, like that. 13 and 15. Just great kids. Always never hear a moan out of them. Always looking to, can I get this? Can I get that? Can I get you a glass of ice? Can I get you a soda? They're just amazing. There's my wife. Let's eavesdrop on her. I could eavesdrop. Oh, no. Walking in the mud. Look at that. Tore up. But I did see some sprinkles in the water when she was pulling in. But a tractor could do that in 5 seconds, I guess. Um, but actually, where the driveway is going to go, like I said, it's going to go all the way out to the edge of that other truck there, but it's going to bend around just so I can stay on concrete and back it into the roll up door. But it's only going to be 10 foot wide behind that truck all the way out to the street. So this over here is where the house is going to be, and that kind of stuff anyway. And it looks like the other stuff on that side isn't as tore up as it is right there. So yeah, so it should be better. They're unloading their concrete, and I'm sure they're going to leave my truck right there unless the solar guys come back. Let me put it in a little closer. Leave it there. And then I'll make you guys watch me for a little while. No, not that big. Not that big. Everything's still bigger in Texas than I was. Yeah, he's got the right shit, man. That's for sure. And it was fun. And like I said, for me, besides him, I consider him being a brother. I It's only 2 hours on a bike. I can be there, and the family has a little hotel around the corner. I think it was 500 baht a night or something. So if I ever want to get away and just go and relax, and I think he's going to be staying at your other land eventually. But he's got the right idea. He's just uh, needs to get through the next couple of years. Let's see. Wow, 2 hours and 45 minutes. This is one of the longer ones, and still 21 people. You guys are diehards, man. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you like it, like it. I gotta. I'm gonna do that. I will probably do. I'm probably not gonna do a video on going to Bangkok. You guys have seen that enough times. I think I'm just gonna do some. I'd like to do some on the garage. Once I get it going, I'll show you all the tools, what I paid for the tools, why I bought the tools. Like I said, Les had asked why I bought that Dalton or whatever it is, and that's because it's basically Lasada's brand. That and inner whatever it is, and the blue and white one, Toyo or something. They're all three the exact same stuff all the way through. All three air compressors exactly the same within a baht of each other. Any kind of drill, everything. They're all the same. One's yellow, one's orange, one's blue. So, but we'll see how it goes. Once I get in there, I bought a little welding table, and I'll get in, try to get my welding back up to snuff, especially if I'm going to build if when I build the solar tent bike trailer. I try to do them on Saturdays Thai time, which would be Friday nights in the States, and then Wednesdays. And if you're in the States on the East Coast, what does that work out to? Like 8 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock at night? It's 8 o'clock a.m. in Thailand on Wednesdays and Saturdays, which would be Friday nights and Tuesday nights in the States. Yes, the other land is where I want to put. I want to put my hand. Yeah, the city house is nice and good to get together. So, yeah, I like it out. Like I said, I like my house here in Surin, but I really like my house. I would do a lot more if I was out in Ubon. I would have converted that one to a nice enclosed garage. I don't know if anybody's been there or watched the videos. It's huge, and that Thai kitchen is huge. That I built outside. That's a whole nother. It could be a whole nother house, no doubt. A nice 2-bedroom house in the back. So, and I'm leaving that up for them. That's their deal. It's a family land. It's a family house. Like I said, when I do get the solar in there, if aunt and uncles, and during the day, if they want to go there and the sun's shining and they got free energy, flip on the air conditioners, fire up that stinking food and turn on the big screen, sit on the floor, and have a party every day. Uh, no reason not to. They don't have to be out there. Like I said, they're not spring chickens. My aunt, I wondered every time she would jump in the truck, where we're going to go, and okay, and she'd jump in the truck. Okay, we're going to go. Okay, I'll go. And I asked my wife, I said, does she not get around or something? She goes, no, she wants to get in the truck with the air conditioning. I said, oh, shit. So that's when we put the air conditioner in their bedroom. And like I said, I know they don't turn it on unless they were dying, unless the doctor came over and said, if you don't turn on the air conditioner, you're going to die of heat stroke. Then they might go, oh, okay, maybe, they just don't want to spend the money. Expensive. So you've been talking about doing something. You're talking to Aaron, I'm gathering. Yeah, I went out to that line. I don't think I did. I didn't do much video and stuff. But like I said, I like the editing. I enjoy some of the stuff, and I'm starting to get back into it. But now I just don't know what content. Like I said, the content, I got the deal there, and I guess if people want to watch them, they'll watch them. They didn't watch the last one very much, but that's okay. I'll be doing quite a few on this because I'll do the inside, the painting, the electrical. When I set all the stuff that I bought, the tables, the my desk, the computer, once I get all moved in, then all the tools that I bought, like I said, the air compressor, they are moving it. And I think probably because the um, solar guy's going to want to get in there. Anyway, uh, so there will be more videos coming out on that. Like I said, unless something exciting happens going to Bangkok next Saturday, I'm just going to kick back and relax. So I probably won't do a live stream. No, not even probably. I won't be doing a live stream next Saturday. So I might do it Sunday from Bangkok. I still got to look and see where I told my wife we could stay at the same one that we stayed at, but I like the hotel that we stayed at, but they don't have breakfast, and I like having breakfast in the hotel because I get up at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. So if I got to wait till 7 for them to open up for breakfast, I'm ready to go at 7. Now, granted, I probably could go out and hit street foods and all that, but I'm not that ambitious. So I like having most of them open 6:30, 7 o'clock, and that's fine. I'll drink my couple of cups of coffee and I'm ready to eat. So I'm going to pick not a 5-star, but maybe a nice 4-star hotel close to there that's got a decent breakfast and nice cush, clean place. I got to see. Speaking your phone, that's all I do because I can't spell. Scandinavia, where I come. When I come to Thailand next time, where to go? Rayong. Rayong's not a bad choice either, Maddie. Um, I think I like that more, probably better outskirts. And you still, if you want to go in 20, 30 minutes with the new freeway, 20 minutes, you're over in Pattaya and do whatever you want. So, yeah, that wouldn't be a bad choice. You're close to Koh Chang. You could I don't know how much time or where you're going to spend, but last time when I went, I rode from here. We were on bikes. I went to Koh Chang for 3 or 4 days with Maui and Bobby and Andrew. Drove their cars. Maui drove his bike, and he had a friend coming. I'm sorry, I don't remember the friend's name. I'm horrible. And went there, spent 3 or 4 days there, and it was right before Thanksgiving. We jammed over to have a nice traditional Thanksgiving dinner in John Tiem or Pattaya. I forget the name of the place. Somebody can probably remember it. It's everybody goes there. It was great. Turkey was great. It was traditional, mashed potatoes, gravy. It was awesome, and did that for just one night, and then jam back home. But uh, I'd say I think it took us 3 hours to get from Koh Chang to Pattaya or to Rayong, maybe less than that. Um, so yeah, so that area right there. If you haven't been to Koh Chang, I would. It's my favorite island. And I know Chuck was saying the other day he doesn't know why it's his, but I think it's the way that the island's laid out. I mean, it's different and it's big. Time to go, guys. All right, Brock. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Hua Hin wouldn't be a bad choice either. There's a lot of places to go. Dave, let's see. That's the list. If any other are interested for the meet. Okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, me, I want to be on the water. Obviously, I wouldn't. I mean, if you're coming to Thailand, maybe you want to see Isan. Watch pictures. There's nothing wrong with some beautiful places, beautiful temples out here. But I'm an ocean guy. I grew up in the San Fernando Valley. I was 20, 30 minutes from Malibu. And was I on the water? No, but I was damn close, closer than most. And I. I that wouldn't be a bad. I don't know how long you're planning to come for either, Patty. I don't. It. Who had many Norwegians and Swedes there? Is there? There you go. Scandinavian country. Nothing wrong with there. A lot of people there. Maui lives there, although he's gone back to the States for. He splits his time up. Him and his wife. I think 4 or 5, 6 months in the States. 4 or 5, 6 months here in Thailand. So I yeah, I mean, there's real no. Hey, brother. Oh, I forgot. There's really no bad places to go. The islands are all beautiful. If you go to Phuket, on the other side of the island, you're going to hit all the James Bond stuff. I think you can hit all that stuff out of Krabi also. Um, so any of those places would be. I don't know how many times you've been here. I don't know, what you've seen, but all the places that you mentioned are all outstanding. You're not going to be disappointed. Put it that way in any the places that you've talked about going to. Let's see. What time is it? Almost 11 o'clock. Well, I'm going to go for 3 hours, and even though we still got, unless you guys want me to hang, I'll hang. I got my Thai. Now I can go for another hour easily. But what was I going to say about it? There was something else I was going to ask you, Kenny. We tied the concrete. There was something else I was going to ask you. Can't remember what it was. Now with the rainy season, I don't know what I'm going to. I got to finish up the kayak. Once I get the garage done, I got a couple of things I want to do to the kayak, and then I'm probably going to, even if it's raining, I'm going to blow out to one of these places, even if I got to pull my trailer. I'll probably go to the one close here, though. Because I can pull my trailer out and put my trailer up, and then put the kayak in the back, go disconnect and unhook, bring the kayak out separate, put it in the water, and spend 3 or 4 days there, even if it's raining. I might do that. Then I know Bobby would come over, but you might even come over there too. But you wouldn't want to. I don't know what there is for hotels, but Slive and all that stuff right out of Surin is only 15, 20 minutes to where it's at. And I think Bobby's been there a few times. They made it illegal. I didn't know that. I know they were talking about some stuff, but I know they were talking about making recreational illegal, and but I didn't know they were talking about that. I did hear somebody talking about it. I can't remember what it was. Somebody was saying they had a tree. I mean, how can they keep you from making tea? I mean, if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you've got it, did you plant? Did you plant one of them? That siren that's going off is my camera telling me that one of the dogs or somebody went by the pool over there. I got to figure out how to turn that off. But that place we stayed at, your Ubon place, was rough. Yeah, yeah. And most of the worst, man, the worst. I think Chuck talked about that a couple of times. Uh, I can't see them making you take tree down. It's indigenous to Thailand, right? I think maybe it's not. I don't know. Only illegal if you get caught. I hear that, brother. But are they going to go out of their way? I just can't see it, man. I can't see it. If you're going to be, if you're going to be an idiot, then you deserve to whatever. But if you're at your home or whatever, I mean, they're not going to be looking for, some guy that's got back pain that's going to be either using that tree plant tea or weed. I just can't see it. And besides the fact, like I said before a long time ago, I said that what they're going to do is they're going to make you get a doctor's deal. You're going to come to Thailand. You're going to get a doctor's thing. It's going to cost you $50 or whatever, and you're going to have your 3 weeks a month vacation and smoke the living shit out, which I never suggest to anybody. But eat all the edibles until you're 290 pounds and have a good time and go home. So that's exactly what I said back then when people were asking me, is it going to be legal? Is it not going to be legal? What's the deal? Because they can make money. More Thai people can make money. The doctors can make money. The people growing it can make money. Everybody can make money here in Thailand. It was the smart way to do it and the smart thing to do. Now, are they going to slit their own throat by going out and popping, grandma and grandpa in the hotel because they found some gummies on the table? No. Why? It's negative press, man. Are they going to let you smoking on the street and dance in the streets naked? They're not going to let you do that either. But if you just have your wits about you, pay the doctor, get your medical deal, and go have all the fun you want. A bird could have yeah, exactly, exactly. Restriction cards for THC now as well. Yeah, and that's what I thought they were going to do. Like I said, they took them a while, but if you remember, I don't know what. I'll never find a video. Oh, there goes a dog in the backyard. Um, uh, it makes sense. It just makes sense. And like I said, if you're here in Thailand, do I think you really need to have one? I would have one just in case. But some of the stuff that I heard, it's not a real long time. You got to get it. Is it more than once a year? The doctor's thing? I don't know. For some reason, I remember what I heard that maybe it was more frequent. You had to get it. Who cares? But for people coming in, definitely, don't be stupid. And people that are living here, if it costs you $50 for the year, why not get it? Why take the chance? Now, me, I want to try an edible. I just don't know. I never, after I got high, because I sold the shit in high school and been growing weed for longer than I care to remember. And I haven't really, like I said, I told you, the one wedding, my wife's friend passed away, Carol. She had cancer and she was doing it, and I took a hit right before I was getting a cluster headache. That was 15 years, I don't know, a long time ago. And I used to get cluster headaches, 10, 20 of them a week. I haven't had a cluster headache in 15 years. And I only did it for a little while. And I did it. My nephew rolled me the cuttings, trimmings, and put it in the cigarette machines with a filter. And he made me 3 of those. And I took a puff off of it, every day. And after that, I stopped. I have not had a headache. Weird, right? And they're saying it's not medicinal. Please. But anyway, don't be stupid. Don't be, just pay the money, whatever it is, and get your doctors, whatever, and don't have to worry about it. And I'm mad. I don't know if they're going to open a clinic. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I said back then too. There'll be one close to every place. So you get off the plane, go to the doctor, go to the weed shop next door, go to your hotel, and kick off your vacation, and it costs you $50 more than you anticipated. Big frickin' deal. And no one's going to complain about it. Oh, yeah, they will. People complain about everything, right? Put me in for a script. Yeah, exactly. Uh, your first 50. Yeah, I don't know how much it's going to be. If I had to guess, it probably less than that. I'm going to say 500 baht, $15 would be my guess. Um, maybe $1,030. That would really surprise me. 500 would be what I would think. $15. But like I said, I might try one. I have pain in my knees. I have pain just being old. But I never, back in the day, after I bomb shelter and did that ounce of weed, I got up the next day and I was paranoid and didn't like it anymore. Still sold it. There was money to be made. But, you know, uh, that was when I was 16, 17. So besides the three filtered ones that I took a puff off of, I haven't ingested any THC or any weed in a long time. But I do want to try the gummies by myself in my home. You know, here, go have everybody go away for the night. Here, I'll send you all on vacation and sit by myself and take a little bit more, and see if I'm nice and mellow. Paranoia could have been from the illegal part of it or whatever back in the day, but I'm hoping because why not? I don't like I don't do alcohol, because that's instant asshole. Just add the alcohol, and I just can't see the weed making me. If it does, then I don't do that. But if it mellows me out and stuff, hell, I can put that on and watch Netflix, right? Some nice chocolates, cool. Um, let's see. Let me get on. 3 hours, 3 minutes, and 19 seconds, and still 20 of you people here. You guys are freaking awesome. Let me bring in the picture a little closer, just for the heck of it. Oh, there's the. Looks like only four. Oh, they might have. No, 4 bags of concrete. There's the steel right there to the left of it. I can see better than you guys can. But yeah, so he's probably going to. Like I said, man, it's a bummer. Ever since everybody found out that what a good guy he was, they use him, and once they get him, they don't like letting him go. So I'm going to be the same way. The underground, I'm sure he didn't want to dig up in the mud. Um, I don't know what it shows like tomorrow. He'll probably work on Sunday. You just had the last piece of your chocolate birthday. Someone near Seren makes a delivery to taste today. Yeah, exactly. I wanted to try that stuff Bobby was talking about, and now that's if that's illegal. I'll have to go back. Did you check the government website and all that, Bobby, or was this just what you heard from somebody on YouTube? Which, like I say, nothing wrong with anybody on YouTube. Just always, whether it's me or whoever it is, check, do your due diligence. Check your with the government. Make sure that that's what it says, whether it's about a visa, about anything, so that you're not taken by surprise. Can you get good information from a lot of YouTube channels? Yes. Can you get really bad information from a lot of YouTube channels? Yes. So just make sure. Just got notification my passport was approved for my renewal. I'm good to travel again soon. Very cool. Yeah, I did mine from here, and they gave me the one. I haven't even traveled. I traveled once back to the States. When you do when you get your new passport here in Thailand, you don't even they give you the extra thick, extra paged passport automatically, no matter what you put on. Yeah, that's what you get. And I know a lot of people just did it, mailed it away. It's kind of stressful to take your passport and mail it away and then not have anything and be in the middle of Thailand. But it can be intimidating. But they came right through and did it, and it was towards the end of COVID, and they were still lagging, and they did a good job and got it. Yeah, I don't know. He'll answer you. It's going to be marlin season or sailfish season in Phuket. You want to go? You want to go fishing? Uh, Follow up videos. Yeah, if you're talking about where he lives, and that's close even for you. But the here you go, chosen via lenses. I'm heading back. Yeah, because I'm hoping that he's going to be here for a while. Both places, his brother-in-law and sister-in-law. I mean, just great people. His wife, obviously, in Phuket, that had that boat, and just gracious. And I had a great time, and I know Tim did too. So we're gonna go again. If he's coming, I'm going. So I've got I've got my sailfish money set aside. So it was fun. It was a great time. They're all great hosts. So I'm sure that people will get invited to come and pay to go fishing. But it wasn't. I can't remember. But I was going to do it and would get like five people. I think is the max of what they want that actually fish. Does that mean that your significant other can't come? No, they can come, but just five people fishing. They can be talking Thai to each other and eating the food that they have on board and everything. But it wasn't really like out in left field. It cost you $10,000 a person. It was very reasonable. Again, it's all relative to what money you have, but it wasn't out in left field somewhere. And we'll probably do it again because if he's coming, we'll probably mention it on here. And we'll probably try to put together. I think Pierre wanted to go. There was quite a few people that wanted to go. Just we couldn't get it quite meshed together. Yeah, and that's what I thought. I think I was trying to plan on having five people fishing and 10 total would be comfortable, I think, on there. And oh, it's awesome. Air conditioning and the food was the people were great. You can't ask for anything better. It'll be a bunch of fun. I don't know. I think what did we have? I don't think five couples would be a lot, do you? And only five fishing. I mean, they're only going to point to you're next, you're next. I wouldn't even want to. So there'll only be four fishing. But the ladies probably going to sit inside around the table and tie to each other and eat and do all sorts of good stuff. But I understand what you're saying. But I think it would still, again, it would probably make a whole hell of a lot of difference on who the people were. No assholes allowed. But I think five would be five, and they're significant because it'd be fun. And I think if we went again, I would if we especially if we had 10 people, five people fishing. I would be going for fish you can eat, you know, mahi, tuna, that kind of stuff, even bottom fish, half the day, and then take the other half day and go out and do some snorkeling and swimming and partying, having a good time. I'm game. I'm up. Just tell me how much it is, and and I'm ready. And when you're going to go? Yeah, exactly. I hear you there. I'd be the first one throwing them overboard, but no assholes. No, but it's that would be the perfect trip unless you really wanted to catch a sports fish. But me, I've already done it. Obviously, some people haven't, but we just take a consensus. But getting fish that we could actually eat, that they cook on the boat for us or take home, eat some raw tuna, manahi would be, well, I'd be going crazy. But and then fish for a few hours and then go over and do some snorkeling and swimming and eating and drinking and back to the thing that it was awesome. It was a great time. I would suggest it to anybody. You can check out the videos. Tim did one. I did one. Uh, who else did one? I think check the videos. You'll see the boat. It's an awesome deal. Because you weren't around then. Yeah, we can do whatever we want. We just need a plan. Yeah, exactly. We'll get a hotel, get everybody in the same place or one of the places there that we can all go. It'd be awesome. Last time I went deep sea fishing, got sick. Well, we Tim got a little sickly. Just bring the right drugs. Kenny, you're far from an asshole. Yeah, yeah. We don't. I don't think anybody in here deals too much with assholes. We don't hang. If you come and you're that way, then you go down the road. We don't have that problem. Like I said, man, I'm lucky. I love this channel. I love the people on here. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy myself. Um, I don't. I try to keep. I don't try to say any lies or tell any lies. What you see is what you get. If you've met me, more than likely you're saying, "Yeah, that's Dave," and I would hope anyway. And we have a good time. Good people. Jake being one of them. He doesn't. He doesn't. He's vacationing now, so I'm hoping he's having a good time. Hoping I get to see him before he goes. Him and his wife. I'll have to see what my wife wants to do. She's back now. That's one reason I want to go in because I want to go over that concrete. But also, I want to see. She knows the area where the hotel is, or where we want to get a hotel. I want to go ahead because it's only a week from now, so I want to get that room. But if there is, and depending on where Jake is and where we are, we'll have to see, or whoever else is around. I'll have to see how it's going. We follow you and your friends. Why nobody? You know what? I want to go to Cambodia. Um, okay, this is just my personal opinion and what I've seen and what my wife has told me. The Cambodians and the Thai are. My wife's not anxious to go to Cambodia. Um, Cambodia thinks. I think this is my thinking. They think that Thailand is Cambodia. That Cambodia really owns all of Thailand, and the dance is Cambodian. Muay Thai is created by the Cambodian. They have a kind of a tit for tat. They don't, from what I've seen, Thai people that I know through my wife and stuff, they're not hep on some of the Cambodians and what they say about Thailand and stuff. Is it true? I don't know. You'd have to go, but I still want to go. I'm gonna go. Is my wife probably gonna go with me? Probably not. Let's see. But Cambodia is so close, Patty, from here. I mean, I could almost throw a stone and hit Laos and Cambodia. They would be the closest places for me to actually just drive to, get off, get on a bus, go across the border, spend a day or two doing whatever I want and coming back. And that's probably the way I'll see that. Laos will probably go. I want to go there because they've got that bullet train. I've never been on one. I don't know if I'll make it to Japan before I croak, but I want to go there. Do I want to go to China? No, but I'd like to ride on it, stay wherever it ends before China, and then turn around and come back. So, and I haven't checked into any of that, but that's what I want to do. Yeah, and that's what I like about most of the people that I like. Anyway, all right. 18 of you diehards still here. You guys are awesome. 3 hours and 15 minutes. I'm going to go up and press my little end thing, get ready to do it. You guys are awesome. The next one will be Wednesday. I'll still be around. So Wednesday we'll do another one, and I'll try to stay on that. Next week, and I'll be gone on Saturday. I might do something on Sunday or when I come back Tuesday. Depends. I might miss that next Saturday. I'll let you know. I'll keep everybody advised. Alrighty, let's see. I'm glad you made it too, Brother Ron. All right, everybody. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are. And I'll catch you on the next one.